Gentlemen. Hello, folks. How y'all doing on this Thursday evening? Welcome to another edition of Music Maniax featuring yours truly, Dr. Earl. Paul 3, YR are also on the line with us. Now, Prince Ido is absent for some reason. I don't know if he's
Well,
going
he'll
to
be
join
here.
us.
Y'all guys said six or 7. It's 2 minutes till, so it'll be fine. Just
Right
relax,
there.
everyone.
Yeah, but
Brown, we
then,
have to give a
mhm,
moment of silence to the Potomac River deal.
yes, we
You know what
got
I'm
to do
saying?
that
Like,
most definitely.
I quickly want to touch that quickly. I gotta tell y'all, like, bro, this is the crazy. It's like all that happened last night. Plane crash,
Yes,
helicopter, everything.
yeah.
This morning, and I'm not trying to get into politics, but it's just too damn good not to mention, and very interesting and very genius, but I wasn't expecting this. So, like, after every tragedy and through the American years and everything, presidents will come up, and really more of this administration does more of that, getting on camera and providing clarity for different stuff, honestly, in my opinion. But throughout the years, presidents, go behind the podium and press conferences, blah, 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 hold a
Mhm.
prayer, hold a moment of silence, talk about whatever what happened, just different tragedies over the years, decades.
Mhm.
But bro, Trump really he did all that, right? But Trump really said, dude, and I never thought about this before, and it's pretty funny. But he said the basically when he was for president first he signed it to where air traffic controllers were, they hired like really smart air traffic controllers, just not some fat bozo idiot or whatever eating donuts all
Mhm.
day like Homer Simpson did or whatever, right?
Yes.
So basically, Trump made it to law, to hire smarter people for that. And then when Biden came in with the DEI stuff, which is based on race and LGBTQ, what it's also based on, I didn't know this, and this is sounds really makes a lot of sense, and it's based on also hiring people with disabilities.
Mm.
And so what Trump was referring to is they like Biden really put it in this past 2 weeks or something before Trump got in to get the disabled DEI people for air traffic control. And
Mm.
he listed, people like midgets, blind people,
Are you
stuff like that.
serious?
Which look at the end of the day, that's how Trump is. Like he'll tell the truth mostly, but he'll add some stuff to it to make it like extreme. But or not even extreme, but just different things, right?
Yes.
I don't hate on him against it. It's whatever. It's politician talk. But bro, he really, and then on CNN today, they really put on there the person that was doing the job last night, calling the air traffic. It was one person doing two different positions at the same time. So
Mhm.
in a way, Trump, and obviously the media is not going to come out and say, yeah, it was retarded people do, like Trump is saying basically. But I've never, and Trump is brash. We know this. This is why people love him. Like you just don't know what to expect, and you kind of do sometimes. Like, you know,
Unpredictable with
a
his
Trump
word.
rally is a Trump rally. Like, he says the same shit pretty much most of the time, right? I mean, there's
Yes.
when there's
Bro,
updates in the
fuck
news.
goddamn politics. I can't take it anymore. God
Listen, Paul
damn it.
three, real quick. What do you have to think? But y'all got to listen
I
to his
have
shit. That
nothing.
shit, bro. That shit was.
I have nothing on politics. I feel bad for the people who died, but as far as the politics go, I
You
refuse to
think that
talk.
was appropriate though for him to do that?
I don't know, dude. I don't give a fuck. They get paid more than me. I don't give a shit.
Well,
Well, well, the only thing I have to say.
You're a big Hillary supporter, so you would say something
Oh God.
I support nothing. I support the people. That's it. I
like.
support
Thank
no
you.
politician because they don't
Thank
support
you.
us.
The only thing I have to say is that I would not be surprised that Biden would mention, bringing in all these different ethnic races,
That was,
LGBTQ,
bro.
because
Trump,
that's what they
when Trump was
usually
talking,
advocate for.
Trump really made a lot of sense. But listen, I didn't mean to bring that up, but it was just something that I've never heard. Never heard of that. I don't know. Disabled people are part of DEI, but that makes sense. But anyways, Paul three, man. Obviously, we got that. the big concert tonight for LA, and you mentioned about a concert for North Carolina, which makes sense. I mean, maybe they can do more of like a country version on that, get a bunch of country artists. I don't know why they haven't done that yet, but like with the Hollywood people, with a lot of the actors, the media is going to take that over, and talk
Of
about that
course,
more, blah, blah,
obviously.
blah. But like, that is a good, I mean, look, the North Carolina thing, like, it kind of is two different things, but it is two of the same type of deals. Like, it's massacres with people losing their lives and homes and livelihoods or whatever, right? So it's like, it's really two of the same thing. There's huge tragedies, all these tragedies. But, is the money raised going to help anything? Like, realistically,
I don't
like,
know. I
there's
don't
there's so
know.
much money in Hollywood and all that shit. Like, they don't, but it's just a part of American culture, Americana. You know what I'm saying? Doing the, the Live Aid in the 80s, all that stuff that they did. You know what I
Old
mean?
Farm
So,
Aid, Live Aid, Hearing Aid. It does all.
hearing
Use
aid, yeah.
yes. Remember
What
that
about the
one?
one for, what was that one what was that big one in Africa called?
Um, USA for Africa. That came out. Came out
No,
a year.
the We
We
Are the
Are the
World
World.
song.
Yes. So we
Yeah,
are.
all
Yeah,
that.
that's it. That's USA for Africa. That's the name of the project.
So like with there, I mean, that is kind of like, obviously when they have tragedies, you don't want to see. I don't want to say like it's cool to see that they're bringing stuff like this back, but like it's good to know that Americans at the end of the day do come together for tragedies or whatever. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And can we get a list of the artists on that, Paul 3? Can you get a list of the artists on that concert? Just want to knock out this news real quick.
Yeah. Let's also not forget live. Oh, let's not forget Band Aid, which originally started in England
That's a
back
good
in
one.
around the Christmas time of 1984.
And this,
Bob.
interesting, this concert, obviously it's in like the LA area,
Hmm.
but it doesn't start till 9 o'clock tonight. It's kind of late, which I found pretty like, why can't they do like a 7 o'clock deal or something?
Yeah, but then again, they're
Um,
probably starting right now because the time zone thing. Because right now we're in the Eastern,
yeah,
you're in the.
that's true. Paul
So I'm
3,
th
what is your opinion on that?
it's going to be a while, most definitely, because I categorized it.
Oh, I think he's getting the list. My bad.
Good, good.
Yeah, it's like Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Jelly Roll.
Dang.
Ah,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I heard that. What the heck, dude?
I know, it was just some feedback. Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Jelly Roll, Lil Baby, Olivia Rodrigo, Peso Pluma, Rod
Who?
Stewart, Sting, Tate McRae, and Stevie Wonder.
Hmm.
Who's on? Is there a side? Is there another? Supposed to do it at another venue too. It's supposed to be a whole nother line of artists. Is there?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
That's
Red Hot Chili Peppers was supposed to do something.
Dave Matthews pulled out of it due to a family emergency.
Hmm.
What? What about
Yeah.
Green Day? Is Green Day supposed to do something?
I don't see Green Day.
Hmm.
It starts at 7:30 tonight.
Oh, it
Hmm.
does? What? Because on YouTube it said 9 on there. I was pissed off.
Pacific.
Ah,
Yeah, remember the time zone thing.
can we get a confirmation if Green Day's gonna? Because I was, people were saying that not night 2, but the other half was better than that first half you just read off.
Hmm.
I
That's
see
kinda
now.
lame.
Yeah, okay. So that first thing I read is happening at the Intuit Dome. They also have Billie Eilish there. And then there's a second show at the Kia Forum with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Alanis Morissette, Green Day, Pink, No Doubt, Joni Mitchell, the Black Crowes, Steven Stills, which is awesome, John Mayer, and Stevie Nicks.
Hmm.
Dude, that's the fucking one to watch,
Yeah, that's the one to
right?
go to. So,
Dude,
yeah.
I might even throw a little $5 on that because I through the music thing.
Bro, all those people in California, they got fucking buku bucks, man. Why do we need to save their ass? They got so much
Nah,
money.
but I still, because like for political stuff and other stuff, I do help out whatever. But You gotta, but you're right. Like, our little piece won't, make a difference really, but it all adds up and nice to help out. You know what I'm saying? Um, That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Okay, so we covered that. That's gonna be nice.
Okay.
Let's get into this rat thing because
Yes, that's
I
what I'm
listened to the
looking forward to
whole.
doing because I found out a couple days back you informed me
This
why
is
on.
real, and Paul three
And
kind
this
of,
is not
you
only
know,
is it real, it's also good because it's been
Paul
how
three
long?
does make a good point. Paul three does make a good point. Like this isn't like they're gonna be doing stadiums now, right, or nothing like that, or it feels
No,
like. But for the people that are Stephen Pearcy, I mean, the fan base, it's like wow, like because Stephen Pearcy has been wanting this for a long time. He's been wanting. This last time this happened was 2016, 2017, something like that. That
yes.
that what's his name was in the band, and so like my question is, there's two there. Obviously I saw Stephen Pearcy last year, and it
Mhm.
had that Mike Starr guy, Matt Starr.
Yeah.
He was
Alex
uh,
James, right?
nah, that's a different. I feel you on that, but that's a different. It's a whole different person. Like this Matt Starr guy or Mike Starr,
The guy you
he
refer to
was.
is Mike Starr. He used to be with
I thought you
Alice in
said Matt
Chains.
Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Star. That's different. I don't know who the fuck that is.
So this guy was like basically the first, like the original basis for Ratt,
Mm.
basically, and then obviously
Oh,
Cruciate
cool.
came in after
Yeah,
him.
Juan
But
Crucier, yes, who came
I
from
mean, he was
Dokken.
he wa- he this bass player was, and I saw him last year play. He plays, and I'm not too. I think it's ugly, but it is kind of cool at the same time. He plays a. It's not a Les Paul brand, but it's a Les Paul shape bass.
Mm.
I don't really. I don't. Do you like that Paul three, the Les Paul basses? I
No,
don't.
I've never been a fan of the Gibson style bases personally. Back in the day, I owned a EBO, which is like an SG bass with the one pickup on it. It was like
Hmm.
a
Yeah, those are
68.
cool though.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
remember
still
Or
those.
or even or the or even like the Les Pauls with the whammy bars. I'm not a big fan either. Seen
no,
those?
you don't see that. You don't see that too much
Unless
anymore, to be
not
honest.
that much, unless you're one of them. Well, I think Robert Fripp has one, but he doesn't
Yeah.
play a Gibson. He used to play a Gibson back in the 70s era, but he switched to a different brand of guitar, which do add Floyd Rose string benders on
Yeah,
there.
put Floyd Roses on the pointy guitars, not the not the big hollow bodies. No, I don't like that. But
Les
on
Pauls,
the
man. I played my Les Paul my one of my Les Pauls, my 72, and
Mm.
that thing fucking actually hurt to play. Like those guitars, those 70s Les Pauls are absolutely so fucking heavy, dude. Like it
They
hurt my
are.
neck. It was so bad. Now I know why I play a Stratocaster because they sound great and they're light. The Les Pauls from the 70s, bro, holy fuck. Doesn't even make sense that a guitar like that is that heavy. Now I see why they hollow them all out nowadays. Like the new ones, they're all hollow inside. They like make fucking holes and shit in the body
Mhm.
because the old ones are so goddamn heavy. It'll hurt your
really,
fucking neck.
fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Because my Stratocaster is still like a bit heavy. You
Wow.
know.
Dude, you would be so. I would love for you to play my Les Paul and just to be like, why does any guitar need to be this fucking heavy? It's like
Nah,
a
I know it is a pain in the ass, but it is solid though. You don't feel like it's
What
solid.
about the
it's great.
the Gretsch guitar brands like the White Falcon that Billy Duffy of the Cult plays? You consider that
Like
heavy a guitar to hold on
No,
to play
no,
there?
George
those
Harrison, brother.
Those
Hmm.
are light, and I'll tell you why. Back in the
Mm.
day, I used to own a Gibson ES 355, which was the stereo version of the 335, which is
Mm.
pretty cool. But I ended up selling it. I sold it to Phil Campbell of Motorhead, and I got to meet Lemmy. He signed my Rickenbacker bass. I talked with him and everything. But yeah, I ended up selling that guitar to Phil Campbell. I kind of regret selling it because it was a great guitar, and at the time, I didn't know how to control the feedback. With a lot of
Mm.
hollow body guitars, you get a lot of feedback, and you got to figure out how to control that type of thing. So I was young though, and I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so I got rid of it. I
Mm.
think we sold that guitar for like 2,500, and that guitar is probably worth 10 grand now, like today.
Wow.
I got to meet Lemmy. I got his autograph. He signed my Rickenbacker bass. I mean, fuck, I got a picture out of it. You can't beat that.
Yeah, dude, you got to definitely
You could
post
never
that.
sell that. Never sell that bass. Never sell that bass.
Yeah, I'll have to show you guys the picture. I wish I could. Maybe I'll pull it up here in a minute. Try and find that
Yeah,
picture
so
of me.
definitely pull the picture with you. And was there any photos taken of you with Lemmy, Phil Campbell, or no?
Just me, Lemmy, my wife, my dad, and my friend. We took a picture with Lemmy,
All
and
right, there. Definitely post that if you when you get a chance.
let me try and
All right, so I want to because we have a lot, and I want to finish this rat thing. So basically, yeah, like he had Warren DeMartini and
Stephen Pearcy.
Pearcy on the show, Eddie Trunk yesterday. Everything good, everything. But my question was, Pearcy's going to be in Texas at the end of February, Houston, Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
and House of Blues, Houston. This is a
Mm-hmm.
nice venue. But the venue here, it's in Fort Worth. It's the place KK's Priest was, and it's a complete. I don't want to call it a shithole. It's just like a matchbox. It's just way too small to have GA. In my opinion, just way like it's literally it's. I mean, it's like half the size of the venue we saw, Brown. Way smaller than that. I mean, like
Wow.
we're like a couple hundred people, maybe like a bar. Like if you're going in a bar,
So it's
regular
not
sized
but
bar.
it's not a dive bar, needless to say, correct?
No, it's called it's a music venue. Like Live Nation owns it, but it is a bar. Like you go inside, and KK's Priest and Accept was there. And they have names, but Pearcy's gonna be there. And this whole announcement was Warren DeMartini. Really, it was the big announcement, but like it is pretty cool bringing back Carlos Casavio, right?
Yes.
White Right guitarist.
Yes.
I mean,
'Cause
like this. I mean, it might not be like Pearcy is. You got to give it to him. That Ron Crucier guy, he's a big asshole. People say.
really?
I mean, he's a real prick. Yeah, like him, the former drummer
Bobby
of
Blott.
Ratt, Blotzer, like they're real pricks because they like own pieces of the Ratt name. So it's like, Pearcy's the one out there doing touring and everything. All the rest of these guys are not into it, old or not interested, whatever. Or maybe Pearcy gets most of the money when they tour together. There's definitely beef between Juan Crucier and Stephen Pearcy still.
Yeah,
Juan
probably because of the name.
No, Ron, yes, but maybe other shit too, because Juan Crucier last year, when he could have toured, he could have been cool and been like, hey, man, I want to tour with you, Pearcy, man, because he's doing the anniversary of the first album or whatever. And what did Crucier do last year? Did his own tour.
Yeah.
The second voice as the second voice of Ratt. I mean,
Yep.
totally like copying off of Pearcy and everything. But like, yeah, I mean, in my eyes, Crucier's the asshole. He probably wants equal
Well, let
amount
me explain the
or more money.
situation that went on between the members of Ratt. Years back, for a short while, when he got back together around 97, 98, they formed a thing called WBS, meaning Warren, Bobby, and Steven. At that time, it was those guys and a new bass player named Robbie Crane. Of course, they formed this new business or partnership, it was called, where they owned the Ratt name and such. And I guess from somehow, some way, I don't know how he did it, Bobby Blotzer got a hold of the Ratt name, making claim that Pearcy, DeMartini, and everyone else didn't want to work, didn't want to do this. So Blotzer had the Ratt name for a couple of years with a whole bunch of new cast members or bandmates. Many people were calling Blotzer out for do what is called, as we refer to as a tribute band. But then again, DeMartini, Crucier, and Pearcy found out that the original partnership that they started back in the 1980s, known as the Ratt Partnership, was still functioning. And apparently nobody informed the members of Ratt that this Ratt Partnership was still intact. So they looked into that and they realized, hey, we still can get the name back from Bobby Blotzer. And they were very successful in doing that. So for a while, they had a new drummer, they brought back in Carlos Cavazo, taking over the late Robin Crosby, and then all of a sudden some gigs came up during the one summer. DeMartini didn't want to do those gigs, and I guess the members of Ratt decided, either he's got to go, meaning DeMartini, or DeMartini decided to leave because he was tired of all the legal bullshit that was going on. And then Carlos Cavazo decided, you know what? If I cannot play with Warren, then I cannot play with Ratt altogether, because those two were able to click like never before. So Ratt was for a while was Stephen Pearcy, Juan Crucier, and three new other guys. In fact, their hit Round and Round from 1984 became a hit once again when they were featured in that one Geico commercial. You remember that commercial, YR?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember that, Paul Three Brother?
No, I haven't, but I'm listening, and like I could give two fucks about Juan Crucier, whatever the fuck the bass player, bro. I'm not a big Rat guy. They're really, I mean, it's not huge for me.
A lot of
I
hits,
knew
though,
about
Paul Three. A lot
I
of
knew about
hits.
Robin Crosby, dude. Robin Crosby was a fucking player, bro. He was with Tawny Katane. He was with a fucking Playboy bitch. Like Robin Crosby was a badass. But like the long and short of it is Stephen Pearcy, Warren DeMartini and Robin Crosby, they wrote fucking Round and Round. That was their biggest fucking hit. They also wrote Wanted Man.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy wasn't even Juan Crucier. He wasn't even in the band at the fucking time, bro. So fuck him going out there and singing and shit using the Rat name.
Isn't that crazy?
Well,
As
it's
far as
not.
I'm concerned, it's all about the people who fucking wrote the music. So they have the most say in it, in my opinion. So Stephen
They
Pearcy, Warren DeMartini doesn't give a fuck, whatever. Then Stephen Pearcy, man, as far as I'm concerned, he's carrying the torch, so he can do whatever he wants with the fucking name.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Look, he can eat like Stephen Pearcy. You gotta give it to him, bro.
Mhm.
He could easily hire someone, some young person as a bass player to fill in. He's really bringing in Mike Starr,
Mm-hmm.
the original
Mark Starr, as you
from
call him.
Mickey Ratt and Ratt, really before they got big, really. Because Ron Crucier was a part of their big success
Mm-hmm.
when he joined the
It
band.
was
You know, he's on all the videos, he's on all that stuff. But
the albums as well.
and actually, Paul Three, he it's funny, he like all those bands in the, I don't like to call them hair bands, but you know, a lot of those bands, it was big hair back in the day. But like Juan Crucier, he had the big hair, obviously, but nowadays he's like Paul Heyman. It's all on the sides, and he's all bald on top, and he wears like
A bandana.
so he is like,
Yep.
I don't want to call him a piece of shit, but I think in the Rat fans, Juan Crucier, like he's kind of an asshole. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not. But at the end of the day, look, you got Blas Elias on drums, who famous for being in that Slaughter, you know, band. But that video, I remember Flight of the Angels. If you go watch it, he's pounding those drums. Part of that video, very famous. Part of the 80s in that era. But Blas Elias on the drums, Flight of the Angels video. They were in like an airplane hangar, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And I don't know if he was the type of drums where he had like water on top, and so you could see the water behind him. I might be thinking of something else, but like he was a part of that video famously, like, you know, doing the drumming and everything, been beating them hard beating drummer, man.
Mm-hmm.
So he's bringing in these names, at least that I think is really cool. Other people like, oh, they don't know, but like I'm pretty nerdy. I like, you know, I'm a mark with the whole rock and roll deal. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yo, okay, so to touch on the top of the headline here, so I didn't
Real
miss
quick,
it.
no, I'm gonna close it. No, let me close it. I'm gonna close out the Rat stuff because I haven't even.
Yeah,
So
but
my
who did
thing
you
is,
say who did you say that Pearcy's bringing with him from the original, like the hit
Warren
lineup?
DeMartini.
Okay, that's fucking awesome. Okay,
Yes.
from what I'm reading here, that's fucking awesome. That's a good move because DeMartini had a hand in writing a lot of that shit.
but my
So I
thing,
think
look,
it's an
my
amazing.
thing is the whole announcement, and we can close out the Rat stuff because I didn't mean to spend too long on it, but my whole point was, and my whole thing, I wanted to call Eddie Trunk, and I'm gonna call Eddie tomorrow and ask him, is the whole announcement was based on the M3 festival.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I think it's in March 2nd or something. It's coming up. But Pearcy has dates on Texas in February before that. So I'm wondering, is Martini and this whole new package, Cavarzio, going to be on that part, or is these just a couple fly-in dates for Pearcy and, you know?
DeMartini. So
Because
you
I'm
wonder
gonna
if
be,
it's good.
I kind of want to go. Like, I'm probably not gonna go because I hate that venue and it's way out of the way.
Mhm.
But I'm pretty sure that it starts. DeMartini starts with the band and the whole new thing at that M3 festival. He's not going to do these 2 little club shows before then, and it makes no sense. And it's not even advertised as that. It's only Stephen Pearcy solo on his website. It's not about DeMartini on these dates.
He's not going to be there, bro. He's not going to be there.
So
Doesn't it suck though?
so
It has to work out that way. Like the Texas tour for fucking this year is not a part of the whole. I mean, they might come back later on in the fall and with the new package, obviously, because they were saying in the interview it's not just this M3 date. Like there's more offers coming out, and he's ready to. Like they wanted to write new music and everything, bro. Like Martini's the writer, like DeMartini's the writer. Like bro, they want to write new music. They already have a song. Like they want to come. You know, they've been working on like last time they talked because they haven't talked for like 7 years. And like
Wow.
DeMartini's the type, basically, like, you know, life comes into effect, family comes into effect, and then I guess like just whatever, he gets bored and then gets back into the music stuff. But like he'll leave for a minute and he'll come back. So like they're definitely going to be writing new stuff, which is nice. But they're also going to be doing they're going to be bringing a lot of deep tracks and do. I mean, this is kind of a big deal in the whole rock scene right now. So like it does pisses me off. I want to close on this. Pisses me off that they're doing these dates in Texas and they're not going to have this new package. But at the end of the day, it'll come. You know, those two keep getting along, and on the interview, those guys seem like they're best friends. To be honest with you, like no smart ass. No, I mean it was great. Like they're ready. So that kind of sucks, but that's what we're dealing with. Well, one day I will be seeing that. Dr. Bragg just turned on your typewriter. What the fuck?
No, that was my ringtone on my phone there. Another scam call.
All right, so have
If
y'all
I
been?
eat, I'll fucking lose my mind. I'm telling you right now. By the end of the show, I probably won't be able to
Eat
respond.
that. Eat it. Is that a cough drop?
Bro, this is 100 milligram fucking gummy right here in one go.
Just eat
Brown,
it. Stop being a put.
Brown, you
Well,
would lose your
the
fucking mind.
only thing I have to say about the Ratt, DeMartini and Pearcy getting back together, it's been too long. It's good to see them back because it's been how many years since those guys spoke, let alone played together. And if this M3 festival goes extremely well, and if they continue to get along pretty good, then possibly we'll see a change in the bill. Instead of Stephen Pearcy and the Rat Bastards, it'll be Stephen Pearcy and Warren DeMartini and the Rat Bastards. So hopefully we can see those two guys come to the area that you live in, Wire, and many other venues along the way.
Nah, bro, it's gonna be Stephen Pearcy featuring Warren DeMartini. I bet that'll be how it's billed, something like that.
Yes, and of course, going back to Juan Crucier and the other voice of Rat that he billed himself as, well, of course, obviously going to do that so people pay attention because
And
Juan Crucier is not a
Paul
bigger
3,
name than
he
Paul.
is
And because
the
remember,
voice
Juan
of Rat.
Crucier
Paul 3,
is
he is the other voice of Rat. He is like he does the backing vocals, right, Brown? Kind of like
pretty much, yes,
um,
pretty much.
Yeah, but I do background vocals in my band, and I'm not calling myself the voice of the band, bro. He didn't even write a lot of the fucking music. He didn't even write their 2 biggest hits.
Well,
He wasn't even in the band at the time when Wanted Man was written and came out. He was in shit, was it Warrant or something?
Dokken. He was in Dokken.
Dokken, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, then what the fuck, bro? So why?
Well, it's done to make money. It's obviously it's a cash grab. It's a way to make money. People remember the name Rat. They'll figure, hey, this guy used to be with Rat, so let's go check him out. And obviously, Crucier's name
like that
is
would be
not
a
as
good,
big as Stephen Pearcy, so that's probably the big reason why they do that.
package. You know, it would be a good package this year, and I'm gonna go see him when they announce. But like, if Molly Crew could headline, and you could have like this DeMartini Pearcy package opening for them, bro, that would be or something like that. Because I like put that package in like a pavilion or a stadium, not a stadium, but like a or yeah,
Arena,
like arena.
a
Like I
pavilion,
don't want to see. I
amphitheater,
want.
or arena.
Hello, God, I'm talking over everything. Yo, so that new package, no one wants to see that in a stupid little bar bullshit, bro. Like that's kind of a big deal. Like this whole new deal. So like they want to have like put that as. You get what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense or no?
It would be nice. That's definitely for sure.
Now they're
So
not going
you
to be
mean
doing huge stadiums. They're going to be doing mid-level, like Brown said, amphitheaters and then shit like that. They're not going to be fucking going to the Intuit Dome and headlining. That's not fucking happening, bro. Maybe with Motley Crue. I think you said with Motley Crue. Maybe
yeah.
with Motley.
Yeah,
Never
that's what
on
I'm
their own.
saying. Like they gotta have a package tour, like how the stadium tour with Leopard and
Poison.
Crew
The
and
fucking
Squeeze.
Poison reunion, bro. The Poison reunion, and that would be huge.
And the
Like-
Ratt at the time, Ratt was supposed to be part of that. Like they were like having issues or whatever, right, Brown? At the time, like with
I didn't hear about
'cause-
that one. I just
well, the
remember that.
commercial. Remember, Brown? Remember like the commercial you talk about, like Crucier, Ron Crucier and Pearcy were on that commercial, but then like
Yes.
after all that, like they broke up or whatever. So like at that same time though, that's when that stadium tour was happening or whatever. Like that would have been. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Poison is way better and stuff in my opinion. I know more songs and stuff, but like Ratt, bro, people like Ratt still has a shitload of songs, dude. Like a bunch of hits
A lot of good albums. A lot of
and I
dance.
think one of the best guitar tones of that era of the album. I mean, that's a really good tone, dude.
No, it is.
Like just that Ratt sound, you know what I'm saying? They have
Yes.
a
Did
sound.
you ever have any of the Rat albums?
Negative, but I
Oh,
did.
you gotta if they ever come out on vinyl or if you're able to find them in the used CD lot, definitely pick them up. The first out, the EP with Tawny Katane on the front cover, her
Yeah.
legs that was also Out of the Cellar. My favorite, Invasion of Your Privacy, Dancing Undercover, Reach for the Sky, Detonator. Definitely pick up those albums, most definitely. Shame, 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 I Want a Woman, Way Cool Jr. That was such a big hit just as well when that record came out.
All right, Paul 3 on the to end the Ratt segment. Paul 3, would you have on the? Yeah, well, why y'all gotta talk so bad about Pink Floyd members, bro? Roger Waters, man. I mean, he's coming out with this new. Great for the Pink Floyd fan base. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it. But Roger Waters is coming up. What was that about? He's coming out
It
with
was
this
the
new.
I know I read it up myself. It was the Dark Side of the Moon Redux. It's going to be coming out as a deluxe
What is
edition.
What is a redux, Paul 3?
That's actually just the technical term to fucking get all the money out of your fan as possible. Like,
So
He
it's
come
gonna
on.
be like
He
What the fuck?
basically redid the whole album, but he did it in a different total way. Absolutely total
oh, that's
different
what it is.
way.
So he
Yes.
re-recorded it.
You
Oh, that's gonna
re-recorded
suck.
that ass, bro. Why? No, you don't do that, man. Like, that's like, thank God Paul McCartney's not so cringe that he would go back and re-record like Beatles songs and shit. I know they did
Yeah,
now.
that'd be like
God.
if Brian Johnson, Angus Young redid Back in Black like now. Wouldn't be the
That's
same,
like
dude.
not
It
even.
would
That's
not be
like,
right. I mean, the original was way better.
nah, that's ass, bro. You don't fuck with a classic album, especially like you don't fuck with any of your previous work like that. That's shit. Waters is saying that he is creatively bankrupt. He has no more ideas, so he has to go back to something that he did fucking 50 years ago. What a joke.
And let's keep in mind the reason why he's putting it as a deluxe, because he wants to prove to everybody else that he's still top notch, and when he's really isn't. I mean, come on. He
You know,
doesn't have a record deal no more because of the comments he made about the Ukraine-Russian war. That got him dropped from his label, BGM.
Yo, what's up with these asshole bass? Didn't he play bass? What's up with these asshole bass players?
Yeah,
Nah,
he would. Yeah.
he's a
Well,
great
Waters was even worse than Crucier. He took Pink Floyd to court back in 1986 to prevent them from using the name. He departed from Pink Floyd the year prior Officially, he was been disgruntled, he was grumpy, he was angry, he was up
Well,
to
who was
here.
really who was the bigger? Because it sounds like a David Lee Roth, Eddie Van Halen debate. Like, who was the bigger brains, Gilmore or Waters and Pink
You
Floyd?
have to
They
go back
both
far,
they
bro.
both were the brains and bronze of Pink Floyd.
You have to go back though to their beginnings and shit. Sid Barrett was their brains when you were first like starting with like Pink Floyd, when they were first starting with Piper at the Gates of Dawn and shit. Like, you're going way
Now,
back.
I'm talking about the album with the triangle on it, the rainbow. That's the only one that anyone cares
Oh,
about.
Dark
the
Side
dark.
That
Dark Side of the Moon. That's the main one.
Dude, in my opinion, I think Waters is like the true brains behind Pink Floyd, especially in that era. But you can't fucking discredit the things that, Richard Wright did, the things that David Gilmour did, or even the things that Nick Mason did.
Nick
All the like
Mason,
his
yeah.
contributions.
Everybody
Incredible.
contributed in their own significant way. And speaking of Nick Mason, on the album Ummagumma, check out a percussion piece called The Grand Vizier's Garden Party. 3 parts, blow your mind away. I like to see some drummer of today try to do that.
But the point being is that Waters definitely wasn't a slouch. Like, he was somebody, years and years ago. He was very, very creative. But like, I don't know, man. He's just ruined his legacy, kind of, in my opinion, getting all political and weird,
I
and then
agree.
kind of re-recording the music, bro. That's ass.
Well,
That's
I know there was a little introduction to his recent tour saying, for all the people out there who are saying, I love Pink Floyd, but I can't stand Rogers' politics, you could fuck right off to the nearest bar. Well, I'm sorry, but we're getting tired of the politics. Just come out with some good
you
music
got
for
to give him.
crying out loud.
You got to give him this. You got to give him this. And most of the time, 99.9% of the time, it's all good. But he is the only one doing the live touring of Pink Floyd stuff.
Yeah. Well, David
Is it
Gilmour
any
does,
good? I hear no. People say it's shit. To be honest with you,
but David
because
Gilmour still tours as well.
I don't know if he still tours. He put out like a single, I thought, like not too long ago, but I don't know if he's still touring. He's
yeah,
getting up there in age.
Waters tours a lot. Where
No,
I've seen him.
yeah,
I've seen him, not a lot, but like I've seen him like 3 different tours in the past 10 years. I don't know, because he did the whole thing with the wall the first time Trump came in,
Hmm.
and then he made Trump a part of his sets, and putting his face up and shit on the
Yeah,
screen,
and
all that
derogatory
bullshit.
means.
The
But
David Gilmour, he puts out, like, there's a lot of artists like the guitars for Rush that, and there's multiple other older artists that like to do studio stuff and not do touring anymore. And this might be the case on, like Paul Theory was saying or whatever. It might be, you know what I'm saying? He likes to, David Gilmour just likes to put out stuff, and he just doesn't want to tour anymore, man. I mean, maybe here and there something in Europe
but
or something, right? Which
but he
sucks. Like a
doesn't want to
lot of
get
shit,
all political.
he's fucking old, bro.
most and all, I think the good music does come. It is British people, in my opinion. I mean, you think about it, all the greats were, British, part of that overseas and everything.
Mhm.
So like there is some stuff that only is exclusive over there, and obviously like metal and all that is way bigger over there than here nowadays. But like we do miss out on like they have special stuff over there. Obviously, a lot of bands tour there first, Europe. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole UFO thing.
Yes.
They did their thing in Europe. They passed through before the one guy got the heart attack or whatever. The singer.
Hmm.
But like a lot of stuff they hold specially true. I mean, like Priest does Wembley OU Arena there, bro. Like they have higher, bigger fan bases over there, so it is a whole different deal. But like Paul 3, can you tell me and be honest with me on this? Or actually, this question for both of y'all.
All right.
But y'all have any interest in seeing Roger Waters tour live?
I would like to, but like I said, he has to put the political bullshit aside. I mean, like, that's what's getting him in big trouble. Now, keep in mind that I'm probably thinking the reason why he got all political and stuff, because as we know, politics is a very dangerous game. And let's not forget, Waters lost his father Aaron Fletcher Waters in World War II.
Holocaust.
Yeah, no, not in the Holocaust, but it was during battle. In fact, it was the movie and the album Wall spoke about his father. He died in the Second World War. That was
Wait, so
featured heavily. Yes.
Roger Waters got canceled because he was against the Russian-Ukraine war, or he was pro-Russia.
No, he was he was pro Russia, yes.
I
While
mean,
everybody else was siding with Ukraine.
what do you feel about that, Paul? Three, you like Russia in general? I mean, non-political, just like their
I mean,
bully.
I like Russian music, I guess. You know, there's a Russian artist that I really enjoy. It's not rock or anything like that, but I listen to some, and he's like on the outskirts of Russia too. So I mean,
Mm.
I don't really have.
Siberia and stuff.
What
I
about
don't.
Gorky Park, the band?
What about Wind of Change by fucking the Scorpions?
Scorpions, yes. That was
Yeah.
about Russia after they tore down the wall.
Yeah, there you go. That's about as Russian as I get. Is that song right now, or Back in the USSR by the Beatles?
Oh yeah, that's a classic there.
Guys,
If
that second set of people at that LA Fire thing, pretty damn good, bro. Like, I mean, it's obviously they're not gonna do like full sets. It might be a couple songs or just one song, right? I mean, y'all
Mhm,
predicting that, like, just like a couple songs on these artists,
mhm. All
Uh,
depends.
Joni
or look, either like answer me this now though. Is it gonna be a couple full songs, or is it gonna be um like all of their songs mixed into like a couple minutes? What is that called? A melody or
a medley.
Medley,
medley?
yes,
Yeah,
where they mix all the songs together like they
that would be pretty
usually do at the
cool. I
Super
don't
Bowl.
know, like all those artists have a million good songs, so it's gonna be hard to choose like just like one or two, right? But
So for Steven Stills' song, what do you think he's gonna do? Do you think he's gonna do "Love the One You're With," or do you think he's gonna do like a fucking CSNY song, or do you think he's gonna do Woodstock because Joni Mitchell fucking wrote Woodstock, the song?
oh,
Mm.
So like, what's Steven Stills gonna do? I wonder if he's gonna do his hit "Love the One You're With." I'm not sure.
Most likely he would because that was a big hit on the radio when it came out, and it's still often played at times on classic rock stations.
It's a great song, and Graham Nash was on that song, but I don't think they get along anymore because of politics and stuff. So that's another band that kind of got ruined with all that
And
bullshit.
plus, with David Crosby being no longer with us, the chance of a CS&N reunion is way out of league.
Yeah, it's not happening. Neil Young, he's kind of, I don't know if he's torn.
He's been doing this thing for God knows how long.
Yeah, no. Neil Young's not. He's like a floating member. You know what I mean? The three that really mattered was Crosby, Stills, and Nash, in my opinion. Young was kind of just like, yeah, if he's there, he's there. That's kind of like that. But
yo, so
the
they're
other three,
gonna have Robbie. We're gonna have what's his name, Krieger, the guitarist from the
The
Doors, go
Doors.
in there
Oh
and
wow.
oh, he's
light
gonna.
my fire, do light my fire tonight. You'll think about that.
Oh,
Jeez.
get
Look,
the
that would
Ohio
be
Players. You ever hear the Ohio Players? Do you know their big hit?
Yes, Fire, Love
Fire!
Roller Coaster. Yep. They always had
Yeah.
they always had half naked women on their album covers.
Well, that's how you sell them. That's how you sell a lot.
Exactly. Yes.
Put half naked women on it, and you have
Mhm.
funky fucking jams. The Ohio Players, bro, they got down. See, I know about the Ohio Players, but I don't know so much about fucking Rat. I
Maybe
grew
a
up
rap.
on a little different shit, bro. Like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Kansas, Jethro Tull, shit like that. The Beach Boys, man. I grew up with some shit like that.
Mm.
You ever hear of fucking Tubular Bells? Mike Oldfield, dude. Like
Who
that.
hasn't? Who hasn't, dude? That's probably one of the biggest pieces that Michael Field ever composed. When you think about
Exactly.
it, and we
Yeah,
also know the movie in which it was used in, like the
the
back of our hands. We all know that.
the
yeah,
Harry
people know the
Daddy
movie.
band.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are familiar with Mike Oldfield though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Moon Shadow is another great song by Mike Oldfield.
Brian,
Yeah,
Or the album
Brian, you really,
Amidon that Dave recommended to me.
yeah.
Brian, you really put that thumbnail? Part 3.
What?
Brian, you put that thumbnail up? I mean,
Oh, was it with the fat fucking lady on it?
Was I thought, who the hell was that? Where'd you get that
she
from,
is.
man?
Listen, she's the most viral thing right now.
Oh, I saw her.
She's
She's
suing.
suing some fucking airline or some shit because she's too fucking fat or some shit like that.
Oh gosh, the nerve of this
She
dumb
got
bitch.
so bro. That's how like she's like a rapper, but she's gonna get
That's a rapper.
either she's gonna win the lawsuit and get millions, or just get a bunch of clout and everything else.
She's gonna get
Probably
clout.
try to get some clout. Was probably one of the main reasons why she's trying
Pretty
to
genius.
do
I mean,
this.
she didn't know maybe that was gonna happen, but
At first, I thought that was Prince, bro. I was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
I
thought
was
you were
going to
trying
say the exact same thing. Like, did Prince gain some weight or what?
Prince is crashing out right now. Prince is in rehab. Everybody, for everybody out there listening,
If he is.
Prince killed his father, by the way, too.
Oh, dude. Well, I'll bet you right now he's going to join the call later on and start coming after you, Paul.
I'm calling him now. I'm trying to add him.
All right, there. So, oh no, I'm not going to be buying the Roger Waters Redux of Dark Side of the Moon because, as far as I'm concerned, the original was 20 times better. Enough dead.
Okay. So what about this one? A couple more news pieces.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This whole Marianne Faithfull. Who is this Marianne Faithfull?
Oh, Marianne Faithfull. She was a British singer. She was signed on to the original label of the Rolling Stones, London Records. She was the ex-girlfriend of the Stones, Mick Jagger. She released a lot of albums. She released a few. She did one performance on Saturday Night Live where she was like, high off a kite or something. And she also became the only outside vocalist on any Metallica song. The Memory Remains from the Reload. She's on that. La da 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 da.
But wasn't
da,
she
da,
like
da.
she did do the backup stuff, but or the singing? But wasn't she like a groupie as well, like a famous groupie, or no?
I'm not too sure about that. You may want to check Wikipedia for that one.
She just got around, but she had a big name herself. It's not like she was like a hanger on, really. Like she had.
So was she an English woman or American?
Yes, absolutely.
English.
Because I've definitely heard that name before. Guys, like besides today, I've definitely heard.
In fact, here's something else. The song "As Tears Go By" was originally written for her. She did that song first. Jagger and Richards wrote that song, and then the Stones later did their version not too long afterwards.
And she did die. She did pass away, guys. So rest in peace, Marianne Faithfull. And then this other news piece. This whole Def Leppard thing. Now, Vivian Campbell, me and Paul Freed.
What's going on with that? What's going on with him? He's taking ill or something like that, and his guitar tech had to fill in on a couple shows.
Bone marrow transplant, which is a very serious procedure. You look into that, Paul 3, on AI, bone marrow transplant?
Yeah, into that. Yeah,
he's been having cancer issues for a while, and then
he had cancer.
Wow,
like in remission type deal. But then I really can't tell you what a bone marrow transplant is, and maybe it's like bone cancer related.
I hope he doesn't have cancer, to be honest, because we lost so many people from cancer.
Nah, me and Paul 3, we can't stand Vivian Campbell. Number one, we don't like that he does use a Les Paul with a whammy. Number one, with Floyd Rose.
But he is a good accomplished player when you think about it. He did some great
Paul,
work.
You like Vivian Campbell for real, Paul, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say fuck no to Vivian Campbell personally. I think he looks ridiculous. I think he doesn't look like a rock and roller. He looks like a fucking budget Lindsey Buckingham or some shit. Steve Clark was the man, bro. He doesn't even fucking compare to Steve Clark. That's what I have to say about him.
Yeah.
And but a Bone Marrow
Wait,
train.
who's the guitarist in? I get them mixed up. Who's the guitarist in Journey?
Neil Sean.
Yeah, Neil Sean. I get that. I think they look alike. No,
Well, they
Yeah.
almost look alike, but the thing is, Vivian is
tan.
he
Yeah,
looks kind of dorky with his short hair the way he has it. If he
yeah.
were to grow it out a little bit better, it'll be a lot more better the way he has it now. Just don't let it get out too much like Brian May has had for decades.
Well, Vivian Campbell, doesn't he do like other? Hasn't he done other bands too?
Well,
Villains, blah blah
he was
blah.
he was the original guitarist for Dio when Holy
Yeah.
Diver, The Last in Line came out. Then some issues became between him and Ronnie James Dio. Then
Wasn't
he
getting
let
paid. He wasn't getting paid. That's what the fucking issue was.
he also had a project that I saw at the Ritz and Roseville called the River Dogs, which was way more bluesy based. I was able to get his autograph. And then a couple years later afterwards, he would officially replace Steve Clark in Def Leppard. And he's been there since that.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's done a lot, and despite what
Yeah,
we
that's
think,
what it was. The Def Leppard replacement. That's what I was
Yes.
thinking about.
Hmm.
Yeah.
despite what we think he looks like and kind of, is all about, and it's Les Paul. I do wish him well because this sounds horrible. Like he has to
Yeah.
get chemo, he has to get radiation, bro, and then they have to like put a fucking central line into him and give him stem cells and shit. So I mean, this isn't like an easy type of thing. Like this is pretty fucking rough, bro.
It
So I
is.
mean, prayers for Vivian Campbell out
Yes.
there. You look like a dude.
Prayers for you, Vivian, from all of us at Music Maniacs. Hope you get better, dude.
Yes.
We appreciate your Les Paul, brother.
Hmm.
Steve Clark, rest in peace.
If it is a Les Paul, remember there are different guitar makes and models out there that
Yeah.
look similar to the Les Paul.
Might be a Paul Reed Smith. Might be a PRS.
Who knows? I got it. You know what? I should probably check out his guitar
Paul
collection
3.
right now.
Paul 3S. Yeah, check it out real quick. His signature guitar. I think it is a Les Paul with the whammy and all that.
Yeah, Gibson Les Paul. I think he
Mhm.
does play a legit Les Paul with a whammy on it. That's it.
Is it black?
Mm-hmm.
I see him with a black one. I see him with a fucking gold, and then I see him with like a
Yeah, the
silver.
gold one. The gold. I hate the gold Les Paul. I hate gold guitars.
Well, gold Les Paul is different than like a gold top. I don't know. Like this just looks like a gold colored Les Paul. Like then you have the gold top, which is a little bit of a different type of Les Paul. No, yeah, it looks like he plays a Les Paul, which is like, dude, those
That
are
is
so,
pretty
He
cool,
is.
bro.
It is.
He's a guitar player in fucking
Yep.
Def Leppard and
Ryan James Dio.
yeah, he played a Les Paul with Dio too. That's sick. On all the Holy Diver album, The Last in Line. That's crazy, bro. I mean, Les Pauls are great. Amazing tone. You could do anything with a Les Paul. The clean tone is whatever, but Fripp's managed to kind of like do that. He kind of swayed me a little bit with the clean tones.
And
But
I'm looking at all his guitars right now. I've yet to see a Les Paul with the tremolo system on it so far. Not yet.
yeah, I'm looking through too. Yeah, no, I don't see that either.
All right, Darren.
really.
Really?
Why are you gave us false information that Vivian
Maybe
Campbell?
that. Well, hold on. Maybe they might.
Let's now.
Maybe
I kind of
maybe
like
there's
him now. I don't hate him now.
some Les Paul copies with that on there though. I've definitely seen Les Paul styles with the Floyd Rose and or the whammy bar.
Probably a different manufacturer, I guess.
It throws
Just
you off. It throws you off, bro.
Now, Phil Collin is the one, dude. Like I don't know what kind of guitar he even plays. It might be like a weird ESP or
Ibanez.
something like that. Maybe Ibanez. No,
Look that up real
either
quick. I think he is.
Ibanez or ESP guitars.
But he's the dude with the fucking tremolo. He does all
Yes.
that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
All right,
fucking-
Paul 3. So what we're doing are Billboard's 100 top. Or what was
He plays
your...
Jackson. That's pretty crazy.
Right there, because
Oh,
I know
yeah.
Paul came up with some interesting stuff here. Top 10 forgotten rock bands of the 70s. bands that haven't been heard of for a long while. Like he gave us a few examples: Budgie, Stars, Trapeze, and we definitely got to talk about those because there are a
Let's
lot of
dive into the
bands.
70s. Let's dive into the 70s for Paul Three because that's his bread and butter,
Hmm.
and we do a lot of 80s stuff here.
Yeah, no, and
So
Paul touched on mentioned three groups that really definitely need to be mentioned. For example, the band Stars with a Z at the end. I've been seeing their albums many times at the various record stores when I was a wee kid. It's like
isn't it a Canadian band
I'm not too sure. You know what?
or Minnesota?
I
Paul
have
Three.
I have never heard any of Star's music, unfortunately, but I've heard of Trapeze and I heard of one to two songs from the band Budgie. In fact, they were the ones who did Bread Fan before Metallica did. I remember hearing. I
Yeah,
remember.
I've never listened to Stars either, but like so much music has been lost in the 70s that you can even go to like the more almost mainstream acts at the time. Like
Mhm,
I'm still listening to like Kansas and shit. Kansas is one of my favorite bands of all time, and I
mhm.
still feel like they're a forgotten fucking band, bro. Like that
Well,
nobody talks about them anymore.
they're coming up with a big tour this year with
No, fuck that. Fuck that. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna hear it this time. Fuck that lineup, dude. No, it's
38
not
specials opening.
dude. No, no, no. It has no semblance to what Kansas actually
There's
was.
no original member. Is it like Foreigner? No original
It's
members?
Rich Williams, the like fucking like the rhythm second guitar player of Kansas is the only guy. The dude with the eye patch, like that's the
Yes,
only fucking dude left. You don't have Kerry Livgren, you don't have Steve Walsh. But fuck that shit,
the
man. Like
violin player as well, who's I guess he passed away.
Robbie Steinhardt is dead.
Well,
Yes,
that's what you have to. I mean, you can obviously choose not to go, but
What
the
about the
70s stuff. I
original
mean, that's what
drummer or
you
the bass player?
that's what you have
Dave
now,
Hope.
bro. You
Dave Hope
can
is
play
a
it.
pastor now. He came in for like a reunion thing that they did. They actually did like a whole reunion show with the older members, and it was close to me too. I regret so bad not going to that. I really fucked up not going, but that was like the last time they've ever played together. But Dave Hope is the bass player, and then the drummer Phil Ehart. He had like a stroke or something recently, so I think he only comes out for like two songs
Wow,
like that. Yeah, so
wow.
unless he recovered and he's doing better, but that was recent. Kerry Livgren, who was really you want to talk about the brains behind bands, he was
Yes.
the brains behind Kansas, 100%. He played guitar, he wrote the songs, and he played synthesizer too, which was
Hmm.
huge on a lot of those Kansas songs.
Yes.
But Kerry Livgren, he had a stroke about maybe 10 years ago,
Oh,
which sucked.
wow. Wow.
He was one of the all-time fucking greats. Mask was an amazing album. Song for America,
Hmm.
1975, and then you can't forget Leftoverture, which is their most famous record.
Or
But yeah,
Point of No Return with the not only the title cut,
I got
but
a
of course
question.
but the essential Dust in the Wind.
dude, they had
Uh,
6 albums in a row that were absolutely fucking killer. 6 albums, and that's more than a lot of bands do. And those 6 albums were only across 5 years.
Mm.
6 albums,
that's a whole nother
in
deal. Paul
basically
Three. That's a whole nother deal,
5 years.
dude.
But
5 years. Bro.
well, let me add one album
Real
that
quick. Paul Three, quickly. I mean, that's a whole nother topic right now, but like, I have to ask you the question real quick, and this is important. He completely shattered on the idea of seeing Kansas nowadays, which I get. I get where you're coming from, but probably one of the greatest band. Well, not necessarily from the '70s, but like the Beach Boys, they still do their thing now, and a lot of their members are part of that. Are you interested in the Beach Boys at all currently to see them tour?
Yeah, I've been following the Beach Boys for a while. I was so lucky that I actually did go to their final reunion tour that they had with Brian Wilson. They had Brian Wilson, Al Jardine, they had David Marks, and they had Mike Love and Bruce Johnson, who joined in like 1966. Well, they had that lineup, which was incredible. I was so lucky to see that. That's the only lineup I would actually consider to call the Beach Boys nowadays. Right now, it's kind of just like Mike Love's traveling show, and a lot of fans shit on it, bro. A lot of fans hate Mike Love. An essential piece of media you have to see as a rock fan is go back and watch Mike Love's acceptance speech for the Beach Boys to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, bro. He loses his fucking mind. And that was really the catalyst to start airing a lot of those acceptance speeches because you had no clue what was going to happen. Bro, he calls out Paul McCartney, he calls out Mick Jagger. Like, it's insane. You have to watch that. But yeah,
Really, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now so I can remember.
yeah,
What is it, Mike?
Mike Love, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acceptance speech. It's huge. It's like viral. Like a lot of people who don't even know the Beach Boys know about like that. That was like a piece of
So he calls out Paul McCartney, maybe because for apparently ripping off the Pet Sounds album from it, if I'm taking it.
No, he was shitting on him because he didn't show up, and he was saying like, "Where's the mop tops at?" And all kind of like, I thought this was all about peace and love. And shit. Like you got to watch it. But he attributes it to Mike Love was really into like spiritual stuff, like but not necessarily like Jesus spiritual, but like I don't even know if
Buddhism,
you want to call it Hindu
Harry
or
Chris,
anything, but like the
Hindu, Harry Krishna, and that kind of stuff. Because I remember seeing some B Club clips of
Yeah,
him
Hare
at the end of
Krishnas.
yeah,
Yeah,
with the
whatever
members of the
whatever that
Beach
is for
Boys,
my
and
lack of
he
like
was wearing.
understanding of all that. But yeah, he's into that shit and like he fasts and stuff. Like he was fasting, I guess, at the time, and he attributed he lost his mind because he wasn't eating and shit. But yeah, you'll have to watch it. But anyway, to go back to the Beach Boys question, I really wouldn't see it now because Mike Love is like 81 years old. He doesn't really have much of a voice left, and you're just paying for an experience. It's a lot of people going to see that who aren't real Beach Boys fans. It's just to go, hey, the Beach Boys music. But for me, I can't go and just be a part of the cash grab because that's all it is.
Oh, okay, so back to the I just wanted because not really a big fan of this whole Kansas thing, but like these, that's pretty much what we get now, bro. One member, maybe the keyboardist, maybe because my thing is you got to have the original singer or
Yeah.
like the original guitarist for me to be interested. Like the whole KK's Priest thing, perfect is great. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like, the band Accept, it's just a guitarist. What do you feel about that? Stuff like that, Brown.
It's just it bums me out because it's just one guy taking on a legendary name with a whole bunch of new members, and to be honest, it'd be nice if it was another original member, extra two or three original members in the band with a couple of new members, but at the same time, one guy with a whole bunch of new guys with them. It's just, to me, it's kind of like I mean, don't get me wrong, the sound that when I saw it, except back in 2022, before we met each other again for Judas Priest, it was a pretty solid show, no doubt about that. But it would have been nice if Udo Dirkschneider was singing instead of the other guy that you currently have.
Just real quick, back to the '80s, back to the '70s with Paul 3. Gotta ask you, Paul, man.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Miller Band, bro. I love them. I mean, that's a catalog. That's a catalog, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Miller is great. He had hits in the '80s too, like Abracadabra. I think that was in
Yep.
the '80s.
Yes, it
1980.
was. I think it was 1983 or 82. Yeah, it was 83. I
No,
recall.
Steve Miller is he's like a generational talent, amazing songwriter, great band leader, great live performer too. Like he could
Yes.
write, be creative. But I actually saw him. I saw Greg Allman and Steve Miller on the same bill, which was an amazing show. Greg Allman, my God, that was like a religious experience going and seeing him. But Steve Miller, dude, he was so clean. The vocals were right there. It was all the hits, man. He didn't disappoint anybody. Everybody heard what they wanted to hear. Steve Miller in my book is a fucking world class musician.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I gotta see
I
that one
gotta
because
add this in
he
there.
was real quick. He was opening for Journey and Leopard last year, and I remember you guys telling me I wanted to hit that. I don't know why I didn't hit that, but next time because Journey does do a lot every year, so I'm probably gonna do that honestly again because it looks fun.
Okay, I have a question.
And it's live.
I have a question for both of you guys about the Journey thing. So, what do you think about like Arnie Panetta, the guy who sings for them now? What do you think? Do you think that he has been in the band long enough to kind of stake his claim? So when you see Journey, you're like, this is Journey. This isn't Journey with another singer. Like when a guy has been in the band for so long and kind of formed his own identity and has his own fans. Like, do you accept that? Would you accept Arnie?
Yeah, look at AC/DC and Brian Johnson, man.
That's probably the most famous example of the
That's
literally.
the best for that is like the number one. But like, Brian, what's your opinion? I mean, I feel like
Well, if I understand, he this piano guy, he sounds exactly like Steve Perry, which is a big plus. But you also cannot forget Steve Algini, who also sounded like Steve Perry when he was briefly with the band. But he has definitely made his mark as the singer for Journey after being with them for so many years. But sadly, there are still people out there that are still hoping, praying that Steve Perry will be back with the band. There are some people, but at the same time, a lot of
lost
shit's
his
got to
voice,
go about between the members.
brother.
Mm,
I mean, he
You think
does a couple. He does his Christmas thing every year or something.
mhm.
Perry, and it's not belting out like it. You know what I'm saying, Paul? Three, like it's not.
Well, good on him for, not taking the fans for fools and realizing his limitations and shit. Because what I hear is Arnie Panetta has been having vocal issues and he's been sounding kind of like crap. So
Mm.
you have literally Steve Perry's replacement sounding like shit. So what do you do with
Well,
that?
nah, you gotta keep in mind. I do hear that, but if you're doing a tour with all these dates, it might, we might just be hearing the video of like the last wing of that tour when it's, maybe like the last two songs when it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they're not going to bring out, and everyone knows this, but like, they're not necessarily going to bring on that level, like stadium, it's going to be good. Like, it's not going to be no crap or whatever, especially rock. These older bands, it's going to be live. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna like Dawkins. That's why Dawkins is doing smaller bars and stuff because it's horrible, man. Don Dawkins and everything. And there's probably other, even this kind of was looked over, but even the thing last week or the other night at the Trump, or it wasn't even a Trump thing. It was a ball, presidential ball, and it was Billy Ray Cyrus and doing a performance. Did y'all hear about that? I mean, it was horrible.
I
He was sick and.
Well, he was like,
Bro,
it was so weird, bro. What was he doing? He was grunting achy breaky heart into the microphone. It was so weird.
so
Ralph,
there is live concerts that people are. It's over. I mean, I would even throw in an Axl Rose GNR.
Mm.
I don't know if that's really that great live. I mean, I know Vince Neil got better within the past 5 years and stuff. I mean, it's
Yes.
definitely a difference.
I know, I know that Axl Rose sounds more like Mickey or Minnie Mouse nowadays when
It's
he sings
bad,
live. I
bro.
know, it's like, what
It's
the
like
hell?
I really want to see that, Paul. I really want to see GNR. I want to see Slash. The tickets are usually really, like $40 for a nosebleed, pretty cheap, bro.
Mm.
And they've been touring a lot this past decade, or in the 2010s. They did a lot of shit. But like Axl Rose, I listened to a lot of him on I tried to live, bro, and he's better singing AC/DC, to be honest. He sounds way better. I went back to that tour and listened to some of that, but like this GNR, I mean, dude, it is not good. It is not. And maybe if you're drunk, that really doesn't matter. I feel like if you're drunk at a concert and if it's bad, you're still into it, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like the band's gonna sound like the song. Might not be the singer. It's gonna be great all the time, but the band is always gonna be tight. Which you know that term, Paul Three, tight band, tight term.
fucking
Yep.
right, bro. You gotta make shit tight, man. Hell yeah.
Like Dr.
Mhm.
Brown, like a band that's tight. Like you know what that means?
Yes, exactly.
An inside term. It's like a musical term for the listeners. So that means it's like the band. Oh well, coming from a real professional musician, Paul Three, what was the easiest definition for a
It means that
tight
you're locked
band?
in, bro. It means that you're locked in. It means that you're synced up, bro. It means that you can
Yeah,
fucking know what the other guy's playing before he fucking plays it. That's what it means.
Yes.
100% live too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Brown, I want to just play you this clip real quick. Here's Billy
Okay.
Ray Cyrus at the Liberty Ball.
All right.
Or you can tell your friend it's what a good love been. And laugh and joke about me on the phone. There you go. Or you can tell my mom, go back to the phone. Or you can tell my baby it's a blow. Or you can tell my lips to tell my fingertips. They won't be reaching out for you no more. One time, don't tell my heart, my ache and break it off. I just don't think it understand.
Does he got the flu?
Yeah. It's like he was sick and drunk at the same night or something. He was drinking that night, had a cold or some bronchitis going on.
Or is he a high cough syrup?
So that's the whole point. It's like you kind of, I mean, nowadays you kind of have to do a little research before you go buy tickets and see someone, which I do. I go watch a lot of clips on YouTube, blah blah blah, see what Trunk's saying. But like, you don't want to go to a concert and it's like, you know, back to the Journey thing with Pinata. There's a lot of stuff that I heard that's really fucking good, but then there's some videos that it is like you tell his voice is straining, bro. That shit's hard. It might be the hardest shit to sing is Journey song. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right. To belt that shit, you got to be an actual next level singer to do that shit well.
Yeah, those are some of the best songs, bro. It's Americana. I think those are a lot of those Journey songs, man. Jesus.
I know.
That was a good Journey. I don't know why I didn't go to that. I should have went to that, bro. Next, they always tour together too, like Journey, Leopard, and they'll throw in Heart. They'll throw like Heart was a part of some of those dates, and then what about Heart, guy?
It would be nice to see Heart on
Ann
the road
Wilson
once
had
again.
cancer, I thought, for a minute there. Was it Ann or one of the Heart
Yeah,
sisters?
it was
Brown,
Ann.
didn't you
It
see
was
Heart
Ann.
back
Yes.
in the day, Brown?
I never.
They had
No,
cancer.
unfortunately, I didn't. I've been wanting to see them when they were co-headlining
Oh
with
wow!
Kansas. That
I
was
just
back
want
in
to touch on the Journey
1983.
thing real quick. He said Pineta actually fucking came out on Facebook and responded to some criticism last September.
Yeah.
Rio tour. Yeah, I guess where he struggled with his in-ear monitors on stage.
Like, and he asked pretty much the fans, like, "Hey, should I be doing this anymore?" And
wow, damn, yeah. So I mean, the criticism is out there for Arnie Pineta, no doubt.
And plus, Arnie even one time said, yeah, you can fire me if you want, because I think he was sick and tired of all the drama that was going on within that group's ranks.
that is the future of music live, is, you know, the whole AI Kiss thing, but also getting these clone singers from tribute bands to be the singers of these bands, like Foreigner.
Dude, I gotta say, Neil Sean is one of the douchebags. He is the douchebag who uses the tremolo on the fucking.
That too. Yeah, see, because I mentioned I got both of those two guys confused. So he is the one that.
Yeah.
And is it a Les Paul brand? Is it Gibson brand or?
Yes.
There you go. See, Brown, look, that's an asshole guitar, dude. Fuck that.
And but I guess a lot of people are coming down him because of his I guess
in the Philippines. I don't know if you guys know this.
That is what Eddie Van Halen essentially wanted. Like, he wanted that Les Paul sound with the tremolo.
Yeah.
So that's what, you know.
In the Philippines, you know that like fucking that karaoke and singing in general is like a national like sport there. Like,
oh wow,
that's real.
Yeah, and on TikTok, like I sing a lot on TikTok. I haven't been on in a minute, but I've made a lot of friends on TikTok. And dude, there are so many of them from the Philippines. It's crazy, and they're like the nicest fucking people, bro. They're so kind, and they're all like really good singers. Because like singing over there, like I said, karaoke, it's like family game night used to be in America. Like you all gather around the fucking karaoke machine and you all sing songs and stuff. Like that's just what it is over there. It's really, really popular. So
yeah, they have like karaoke bars, bro, that it's like a bar karaoke. It's great. Like, it's real. It's popular.
No, it's huge, bro. Yeah, like I said, you just go on TikTok and go on some of these lives, bro. They're so nice, bro. They'll let Americans in and they'll try and speak English and shit. They're so fucking cool, bro. The asshole people, they're the Americans themselves. Like the worst people out there on social media are the Americans. Like it was cool, like being able to connect with some different people, some international people. TikTok's a hellhole, but that's one good thing about it. You can connect with people all around the world.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's where they got him, bro. They got the fucker right out of the Philippines, bro. He was probably sounded he sounded just like Steve Perry, man. You got a million of those guys over there
Yeah.
too, which is nuts.
I think it's
That's
safe to say that the best way to be in the official band is to sing in the tribute band. I mean, look what happened with Tim Ripper Owens. He was singing in
Yeah,
the
y'all got to
Judas
do that.
Priest. He was singing in the Judas Priest tribute group called British Steel. And when he got approached by the management of Judas Priest to be their new singer.
Well, just a modern take on that. I mean, I wonder who's going to be the drummer of Primus, because they said they're going to open up and have some like auditions and shit. And I think fans were able to do it too. Like anybody was open to anybody who wanted to try out or submit a video. So, yeah, there's going to be a new drummer for Primus eventually.
Okay, there.
I told my drummer to try out. He's like, "You're not going to be mad?" I said, "Fuck no. If you can get that gig, go for it, man. Fucking get that shit. I'll be your
And
tech."
and one of the time, by the way, speaking of the Journey, I just put in the Skype chat the original Journey lineup for you, way before Steve Perry.
Dude, those early Journey albums were fucking prog as fuck, man. Those are good shit.
Yeah, by the way, it saddens. Speaking of which, going back to the mid '70s stuff, those early Journey records, whether it's a self-titled or Next or another one they put it out before Steve Perry joined, those are people need to listen to those albums because I
How
listened
under
to a couple of songs from the first song. It was like, wow, interesting, very, very interesting.
how underrated is Greg Raleigh though as a musician? Like he has all those hits with Santana, bro. He was in that early Journey shit. Like he has so many fucking accolades, and he kind of just flies under the radar a little bit. Not too many people really know who he is. But yeah,
Exactly,
Greg,
because it's so focused on the escape journey, the '80s journey. Jonathan Cain, Neil Sean, Steve Perry, Ross Valerie, Steve Smith. That's the journey they understand. That's the journey that made it big in their mindsets.
no, you're exactly right. But yeah, but his Santana stuff, bro, those hits are fucking still like legendary and shit. It's just kind of crazy that Greg
Yeah,
Raleigh really doesn't get his
exactly. Like Evil Ways, Black Magic Woman, No One to Depend on.
fucking right, bro. He was a part of all that shit. So I mean, what the hell? You don't really hear too much from him or about him. He's
Yeah,
touring right now, I think, with Ringo and the All Star Band, maybe, or maybe he's not anymore.
I'd
He
like to
did it.
see that.
He did at one point. He did at one point. Maybe he's
yeah.
not
Ringo
anymore.
doesn't do drums though on that All Star tour, does he? He doesn't do.
Well,
He
he
sings.
does, and he doesn't. He sings on his songs, but when the artists that he brings on with
Yeah.
him decide to do their songs, like Billy Squires, Everybody Wants You, then he'll get behind the kit.
Let's talk about this lineup for Ringo Starr. Okay, I got the 2024 lineup, probably 2025 too. Would you see this lineup?
Hmm.
Ringo Starr, Colin Hay from Men at Work,
Hmm.
Hamish Stewart, who was in the Average White Band, Pick Up the Pieces, Cut the Cake, Edgar Winter from the Edgar Winter Group,
All right.
Greg,
Dang.
Greg Bissonette, who's a fucking sick ass drummer. He's played with a lot of acts. Steve Lukather from on guitar from fucking Toto and all
Oh
his sessions.
yeah, good
And then
musician there.
some random sax guy named Warren Ham, but that sounds like a hell of a fucking band. I would see that in a heartbeat.
He was a guitar player.
Steve Lukather.
From Toto.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Like that's a hell of a fucking line. I would see that if they're touring. I'll probably go check that out. I would rather see that than a lot of things coming like the Gene. I want to see the Gene Simmons solo thing, but if I had to pick, I would see this fucking all-star lineup probably before that even.
dang! He is going to be in Hollywood, Florida, St. Augustine.
Hmm.
It'll
He's
be a
going to
good show, man.
be Philadelphia. He's going to be June 15th, Philadelphia, TD Pavilion. Is that a big arena or no?
I'm not from Philly, I don't know, but Gene can still fucking play, bro. He can still get it live, and
Yep, he can.
I think of all of the members of Kiss, especially today, like yeah, Ace is out doing his thing. I think you'll get the best show with Gene. I really
Yeah.
do. I get the best show with Gene. He'll sound good. It'll be live. He won't be fucking wasted. You know what I mean? So I think I want to hit that if I can, actually.
If you come down to Texas, I'll buy your tickets.
Domino, fucking all that shit, bro.
If you can make it down to Texas, I'll buy your ticket on that.
Buy my plane ticket. It's
throwing that out there. Nah, look for the Frontier Airlines.
Yeah, and fucking get hit in midair by a fucking military plane and die.
Nah.
God, yeah, I bet American Airlines is cheap right now. Rest in peace.
Dr. Brown.
Yes.
Are you gonna get a computer chair like Paul 3?
A computer chair?
He's taking.
Are those chairs, Brown? Are those gaming chairs good? Like it has good back support. It's good.
Oh, I don't think what I'm sitting in right now is a gaming chair.
That chair is pretty nice, bro. I like that chair. Yeah. I would get one. If you're not like fucking with one of those, I would definitely get one.
What I'm going to mention this group that was way underrated and probably not that well known. It's a band called Death, and we're not talking about the band Death, which featured that Chuck Schumacher, whatever his name was.
Man, they were huge at one point when they were touring in the 70s. They had 3 tractor trailers, and each one had a name of the band member. There was one that said Emerson, one that said Lake, and one that said Palmer. And ELP, bro, was huge in the 70s. But you never
He was, yes, they were. Look
massive. You
couldn't
never
even name
hear
you a
about
song, but
what? Really? Not even one? It's crazy to me, man.
Wait a minute, you never heard of Carnival 9, First Impression
Brain
Part
Salad
2?
Surgery, which is their most commercial album. Trilogy is another great album.
The first album.
And their debut is also great. And,
what about Tarkus?
Well.
Tarkus, yes.
If you want to go like favorite bands, they're right up there with the Beatles, like with me. Like they are fucking super high ranking.
And they did play some big ass venues. In fact, look at an album. Check out an live album they called Emerson Lake and Palmer in concert. Look at the front cover of that album. It's a gatefold. You see how big a venue. I guess it's an outdoor venue, but you see how massively large the crowd was just to see these 3 guys.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure that wasn't me.
Dr. Butterball? Hello?
What up?
Dr. Butterball?
What?
Dr. Brown's having technical difficulties over there, but Paul
No.
can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, there we
Butterball.
go. Butterball, please. What about
Harry Daddy?
What the fuck is Harry Daddy? Sounds like some reggae singer.
Paul 3.
No, you got me.
Yeah, well.
I can imagine some dipshit rapper going burgeoning down the door and said, "Hey, baby love, I'm your Harry Daddy."
Me and Paul 3 were pro-life activists, motherfucker. Now listen, so shout out to Simo in the chat, man.
Yeah. You gotta join the show with us sometime, Simo.
Shout out to friends. Well, back in the 70s, Brian, you were alive in the 70s.
Yeah, I was a wee kid. I was a wee kid around that time. I was watching Super Friends, Hanna-Barbera cartoons on Saturday mornings, Bugs Bunny Roadrunners.
Like were you scared of getting drafted?
No, I was dude. How could I be drafted when I was a wee kid?
No, not in the. I'm just in like just throughout, even the '90s wars, like, and even the 2000. Were you ever scared of getting drafted? Like,
no, because I'm type 1 diabetic, and they're not going to allow that into the army or any armed services. That's for sure.
You break your finger?
No, I have a Dexicom.
I got to see about that. I eat a lot of sugars, Brown. So
well, see a doctor, see what he can offer you if you do have any type 1 or type 2, but try to take it easy on the candy and stuff because that's what did it for me.
Eat more candy, YR. Kill yourself. Come on, eat that candy.
Oh
Let's go.
shit.
No, Paul three. I mean, Brian, or both of y'all.
Mhm.
Paul three. What about the in the '70s? Like the just the whole recording thing. You know how they recorded compared to now. Like the digital editing. Like it
Analog.
was way better than that. The analog recording.
Analog.
Is that how you do it, Paul three?
Well, it was just real analog shit, and they just improved on whatever they had in the '60s, added more
Well,
tracks.
like that record thing you said when you went to the Tennessee record place. Was that analog recording?
Yeah, it was straight to. We recorded.
Yeah.
It was in Brooklyn, New York. We recorded straight to
Oh,
vinyl.
yeah.
While we were recording, they were cutting the record while we were doing it, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, the '70s definitely sounded better than the '60s. In the '60s, they had a lot of mixing issues where you would have everything like all the instruments on the on the right ear, and then only the vocals on the left ear and shit like that. You had a lot of weird mixing
Or the
choices.
drums in the left channel or right channel. That some of the Beatles did that on some of their early records.
They did. And back in the day in the supermarket, like sometimes if they were playing that particular version, you would hear the vocals over in the deli. And then in the fucking produce, you would hear the just the instruments. That's kind of the weird separation. So in the '70s, all that stuff was sort of perfected. The mixes were down. I mean, think about some of those albums in the '70s, man. Those were fucking auditory escapes. They were amazing. So by the '70s, they really figured it out. And I think in the '80s, they ruined a lot of it, to be honest, with the good sound, but with a lot of more digital technology. But yeah, in the '70s, I think that might have been the peak era for audio.
I mean, honestly,
I agree.
Brown, if you take a little GE or whatever tape recorder, throw a cassette in there, I mean, you can get pretty. That's pretty much, that's amateur hour, but like get a little, like the. What do you mean? All three, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like it's like
Bro,
it's almost like the size. It's like the size of a Bible. It's like a small book size.
Nah, you know what, dude? It's so cheap nowadays and so doable that you can run a digital audio workstation. They call it in the industry. They call it a DAW. So you can get a DAW like on your phone nowadays or like a tablet, bro, and then get all kind of connectors and shit. And you can record digitally like that. It's so easy to record. I don't recommend you go out and get a tape recorder.
No, not for professional recording, but I'm just saying, like back in the '70s, like that was a big deal. Like just a regular, like Steve Miller creating the Joker song, and he's using the tape recorder. Like,
Well, those were done to record music as demos.
Demos, right, Paul?
Yeah.
You used to do that with your band.
My point is that shit wasn't cheap back in the day, but it was way harder to record music, man, back in the day. You think everybody had one of those fucking recorders that Steve Miller and fucking John Lennon had in their house? Fuck no, bro.
Yeah.
That shit, it was hard to record back in the day. It's still expensive now, but it was really, really expensive then, and you had no other option. Nowadays, like I said, you can buy recording software like nothing.
In fact, nowadays you could take those early recordings.
Like Paul 3, for the listeners, like Paul 3's never lived in the '70s. We've never. I mean, it is favorite era, but like Brown has lived in the '70s as an adolescent, as a child. Okay?
And think about it.
You remember the cartoons, you remember TV stuff, but like, like what was? It was like each fucking decade is so different, right, guys? Like honestly, if you go back and think, like me and Paul 3's prime in 2000s, it was so much different than right now, dude. It's crazy. Just everything, just whether it's prices and stuff, whether it's popularity in different items, fashion, music, the look of things. Like '70s, there was a lot of like yellow, orange, brown color. What was up with that? Like, why those kind of ugly colors just for furniture, for carpet, for suits, men's suits and ties? It was like,
I have no clue.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like yellow walls and stuff, like
because I think everything was warmed and muted because in the '60s, it was like fucking psychedelic for so long. I think it was just more of a warm and professional look. I think everything was just more warm in the '70s in general, like the vinyl and everything just sounded warm. You had the big buy systems and shit you could buy back then. I think that was just the culture, and everybody was getting high in the 70s too. Weed was huge in the 70s, like absolutely massive.
Brown,
Yeah.
there was weed in the 70s for real. Tide sticks and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, weed was huge in the 70s when Jimmy Carter went to office too. Like, weed was everywhere. Fucking Willie Nelson smoked a joint on the roof of the White House. I mean, think about Cheech and Chong, bro. Like, Cheech and Chong was huge in the 70s too.
Oh, they were big. In fact, they were one of the pioneers of the analog recording when it came to their comedy skits.
That's true. Oh my God, Dave's not here. Let's make a dope deal. I love Cheech and Chong.
The other voice,
Classic.
the voices in the background, that was those two in the background. And in fact, the only person I remember who is able to do that good of a job was Adam Sandler on some of his records.
Yeah.
When did color TV come in existence, Brown?
I'm not too sure. Like I said, I wasn't born until 66, so I didn't really watch television until I reached a certain age. I'd have forgot what age it was.
I'm saying, when we started watching TV, was it in black and white or was it in color?
It was in color.
So there you go. So in the 70s, they did have color TV.
Yep, and I guess in the 60s just as well.
That's why the colors were weird too. It's like people didn't know, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like now, it's just like, you know.
What was your favorite game show in the 70s? I like Whammy and Pressure Luck.
Mm.
The same thing. Pressure Luck was a great one.
My favorite game, it wasn't really a game show, but I was a huge mark for the Gong Show.
Yes, and the Brady Bunch as
Good
well.
shit.
I never really cared. I never listened to Never cared for the Brady Bunch.
I love the show, bro. Oh my God, that's the 70s, right, Paul 3? I mean,
Yeah,
come
we
on.
fucked with
Actually, it was the 60s.
it was actually. You're right. We
Is
fucked
it really?
with the Bunch
Yes, it was.
earlier. We fucked with the Brady Bunch because they showed reruns when me and YR were growing up. So we kind of grew up on the Brady Bunch too later on. That's why we had Nick at Night. Yeah,
Yep.
Nick
at Night.
Yep. I remember all that, dude. I watched that shit religiously. I loved All in the Family too. Archie Bunker was great. The Jeffersons was awesome
No,
too.
that's bullshit. The first episode was in 1969, so obviously the other seasons were early 70s.
But those shows lasted throughout the whole 1970s, so it does qualify as a 70s show when you think about it. And speaking of the Brady Bunch, I remember. See what you guys think of this. I remember a few rappers talking how much they hated the Brady Bunch because it portrayed this perfect family, and you look at the families that they saw growing up around them with the drug use, the wife beatings, and everything else.
My thing was, they put that show on the children's show in the late 90s, 2000s. It was on called Nick at Night.
Mm-hmm.
At late night, they played a bunch of the older shows. It was like Brady Bunch. They played maybe the Cosby Show as well.
Yeah.
Then they started putting Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Nick at Night for a long time too.
Yep.
So like just imagine being 8, 9, 10 years old, seeing the Brady Bunch and be like, what is it? But it is, I mean, it's like, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's like seeing all the 70s stuff. Like it is, and like, and then your parents are like, well, I remember that show, whatever. Like, so it is a nice family. Obviously they had, they had that episode with Marsha getting hit with the football.
Yep, getting hit in the nose. No, never be a model.
Marsha.
And then they came out with the Brady Bunch movie, which is kind of cheesy. Remember when they did that?
Oh, there was a cartoon series called The Brady Kids, produced by Filmation Studios. There.
Do you know the Brady Bunch's big hit?
Music hit?
No, they had a big hit in the 70s musically. They released music, and it was called It's a Sunshine Day. It's a sunshine day. Never heard that one? It's a damn good song, I gotta say. It's a really good song. Really cheesy, but it encapsulates the show and the era.
What about
So,
Partridge Family?
I mean, yeah, was that might have been the 60s. Was that earlier
No,
than
that
that?
was
Yeah,
in the early 70s. David
their
Cassidy,
40s.
please. No, that was the
Paul
bat
three, what
in
you
the
you
in
gonna
the
say?
40s. That was the Crimson Ghost and the Batman and Robin serial movies.
The Partridge Family lady, the mother, she's still alive. What the fuck is her
I
name?
think it's Shirley Jones.
Yeah, she's still alive, so it's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Danny Bonaducci's still around, I
Yep.
think. Hanging on there probably by a thread.
hmm
But yeah,
Susan Day. I
who's
think.
that? Oh yeah, yeah. See, I wasn't a big Partridge. I was definitely a Brady Bunch person because I didn't grow up with the Partridge Family or the Brady Bunch. So I grew up on the reruns, and they didn't show the Partridge Family. I only knew. I think I love you, but what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid I'm not sure of. I love you, whatever the fuck. That's what I grew up on, just knowing that song from my dad's like record collection. But yeah, I never actually really watched the show. And Danny Bonaducci doing the celebrity boxing too. He fought
Mhm.
fucking Greg Brady, bro. He fought Greg Brady.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, credit to Bonaducci. He does work out a lot, and I guess from what I understand, there was a reality award show. I guess one of the hated guys from Survivor, he was asking, "Why you all booing me?" And then Bonaducci said, "They're booing because they hate you." And I guess this Survivor member that was hated tried to go after Danny Bonaducci and got his ass plowed in response.
Bonaducci was built like a brick shithouse later on, bro. He was kind of a badass, to be
hmm
honest. Like he was the bass player on the show. I don't know if he
Yeah.
ever actually played or
I
anything.
know, you not know. It was just acting, no matter what.
Yeah,
Just like
man.
Susan Day didn't really play keyboards. The only one who was who played guitar and sang was actually David Cassidy. And think about how massive
Yes.
a big teen idol he was during that time period. In fact, what I remember hearing, almost close to 100 girls fainted when he performed a show in Detroit, Michigan, back around
And he
that period.
and he probably opened with, and they call it puppy love.
Oh, if he were to do that, that's all the girls would shriek and scream their ears. They'd scream their heads off, most likely.
YR, you got to listen to Puppy Love and you got to listen to It's a Sunshine Day by the Brady Bunch. Those are your two suggestions, not any rats or any shit like that. Those are my two.
Also, YR, definitely check out Ronnie Deal and the Prophets from the
Ooh,
1960s. Especially
Ronnie
their.
James Dio.
Yep. This is way before he joined Rainbow, way before he joined the band Elf, way before Black Sabbath, and way before his group Dio, way before all that. He sang and played bass guitar as well in that project.
I didn't know anything went back before Elf, so I'll really have to check that out.
Oh, definitely, it's here on YouTube. Check out their cover version of "We Still Love You Tomorrow."
Damn, dude. Dio, one of the all-time greats. Rest in peace. I am legitimately sad that I never got to see Dio because what a voice. Imagine hearing that in person. Did anybody see him here? Have you guys ever saw Dio?
Unfortunately, I was wanted to, but the person I was supposed to see him with, he backed out at the last damn minute.
Jesus.
Yeah, I never got to see Dio. My friends and I kind of made fun of Dio a lot growing up because it was that mid 2000s vibe when everything was douchey and lame, and we would laugh so hard at Rainbow in the Dark and shit. We would laugh so hard at that song. We just thought it was so cheesy, but nah.
Nah, you got to take that back, Paul 3. Come on.
You know the mid 2000s shit, bro. Everything was lame. Everything like that was lame.
Everything was Limp Bizkit, Trapped, all the new metal, Puddle of Mud stuff.
Yeah, no, my crew was more into punk rock. We were super into like NoFX, Pennywise, and shit like that. Misfits.
Green Day and Good Charlotte. And...
Oh, fuck, we hated all that shit. And then you had like
So did I.
Yeah, you had like the hardcore fucking metal scene, which kind of sucks too.
To the world, bro. So, Dr. Brian, did you went to the castle last week?
I did, yes, as always on Saturday evenings. I'm looking for it right now. Where is it? Let's see. Here we go.
Go in there with an Elon Musk shirt on, see how you.
Please.
Imagine Dr. Brown walking in the castle, damn golf club with a damn golf club and a golf club with damn Elon Musk shirt on, bro.
Shit. Well, there you are, Paul. A couple of tracks from Riney Dio and the Prophets for you to check out.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, there. You got to check them out just as well, YR.
You cut out.
Hmm.
You must have cut out. I didn't hear you.
Me?
Yeah, didn't hear what you said.
Well, do you hear me now?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is up with that. Probably one of these days I got to get me a new computer. But then again, I'm using these earbuds right now to listen and speak in because the headphones that I was using went to whack.
No, it sounds good. Here's my picture with Lemmy. I want to finally show this so I can kind of just take this down. But yeah, here's my picture with Lemmy. What a fucking moment. I think this was...
Looks photoshopped, brother. How about that one?
Yeah, look at that. I was young. I was 20. I was like 22. There's the Rickenbacker. There's Lemmy, bro. It was right after they played Mayhem Fest in Pittsburgh. I think it was 2012 or something like that. But yeah, I was 22 years old. Kind of blew my mind. We wanted
now, was
to
that a Rickenbacker? Like he would use that? Like it was good like that, or
well, his is a little customized. He loved the bass, bro. I talked to him about Hawkwind and other shit like that. It kind of blew his mind that I asked him about Hawkwind, his former band, not Motorhead. And that kind of blew his mind. He was super nice to me, dude. He was so nice to me. Me and him were just like hitting it off type of thing. So that was cool.
Yeah, was he like smoking cigarettes? You smoking weed and your joints? Something like that?
He had, I think, a cigarette, and then my dad
Always.
my dad was like, "Hey, you want to come smoke a joint and shit?" And like they couldn't fit their tour bus back through like where we lived at the time where my dad lived. So we had to meet up at this like truck stop type of thing somewhere like out the way. Yeah, we wanted to jam with him, which would have been super cool.
Would have been nice, man. Most definitely.
My dad having a heart attack like 2 weeks later after this. Like he doesn't even look like this anymore. He looks like completely different now. Like he changed his life around and shit.
Yeah. I guess having type 2 diabetes kind of like did that to him.
Yeah, my dad has diabetes. Yeah, type 2. Yeah.
Oh, I'm speaking of Lemmy.
Oh, Lemmy did too. I didn't know.
Yes, type 2. Yeah, he got that in 2000.
Lemmy's a fucking badass. So I gotta say, like I said, he was so kind, so fucking cool, and I'm just so lucky. He had his hand on my bass and shit. Look at that shit. I still have those strings on there too, which is crazy.
All right.
I haven't even played the fucking thing much because he signed it. I used to play it all the time, but yeah, I don't want to. It's on the pick guard. I could just take the pick guard off if I wanted to, and put a new one on and play the bass. But yeah, it was awesome. It was after Mayhem Fest in Pittsburgh.
All right.
Yeah, what a fucking time, bro.
Around when are you gonna get a guitar off Facebook Marketplace? Maybe an Epiphone.
I have to play it, see how it sounds, and check the price range.
My lead guitar player is getting a new guitar. He's getting a Sir. They're like some high-end guitars and shit like that. He just got sponsored by Wampler Pedals. Crazy.
Dr. Brown, anything on the docket?
On the what? The Dokken?
Anything else, Dr. Brown, from the 70s, from your memories?
Well, we
What
know,
about, what about
Andrew.
those
What about?
Flintstones? What about those Flintstones push pops? Those Dreamsicle.
I don't think I ever had those.
They had those in the mid
But
2000s.
I remember there was a lot of push up ice cream pops, in the 70s as well. Me and my sister used to dig those.
How about Ovaltine in the 70s? Do you remember Ovaltine?
Yep, absolutely.
Do you remember the saying for Ovaltine?
I kind of forgot.
More Ovaltine, please.
Oh my goodness, brings back a lot of memories.
Bro, that was everywhere, man. Ovaltine was huge. I fuck with Ovaltine. I like it a lot. It's actually better than like chocolate milk. But I have.
And it's good for you.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, it's like vitamins in there. Yeah.
Mm. I'm
Let me
surprised
look
you're
it
still
up.
making it today.
Like high amounts of calcium and stuff. Let me look.
Nah, Ovaltine's delicious. Bro. I fuck with that.
Mm.
It needs to come back. I haven't heard of it in a long time now.
I know.
Dr. Brad, you do those vitamins and minerals, 12 vitamins and minerals, immune health, everything, Yeah, it's like a healthy drink, man.
A healthy drink.
It really is. Look.
Healthy drink.
It is.
Hey,
12 vitamins and minerals, bro.
What about Jolt Cola? That came out in the 80s. When I first saw it, I was like, what the heck? Twice the sugar and twice the caffeine?
Yeah, I had Jolt Cola. They used to sell it here, and then they started selling Jolt gum as well.
I remember that as well.
Yeah, that's terrible for you. Bro.
And now I realize that was the original energy drink.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Yeah, when you think about it, way before Monster, way before this brand, that brand.
And it had on the back too. It was equivalent to like 4.5 cups of coffee or some crazy shit like that. It had like a whole diagram on the back and pictures and shit. And that shit was not good for you at all.
I heard a couple of stories about that, that's for sure.
Jolt now.
One can of that, and boom, you're a type 1 diabetic or type 2 from then on.
Well, that's like drinking Mountain Dew and shit nowadays. I don't know why anybody would still drink that shit, bro. It's so bad for you.
There you go. Kiss, licked up.
Just a little montage.
I know, I liked it. It was cool, man. Why are you still here?
I'm tuning.
Okay.
Why are you gonna play?
Why are you
Man,
there,
you got
dude?
your guitar on, brother?
I got my guitar right here.
You drawing back a nub.
Mm-hmm. Give me a couple of minutes.
Plug
I'll get my.
them all in. Let's get Prince in here and plug in his Verlander.
All right, there.
There we go, Prince. Prince.
I'm here. What's going on?
Where you been, man?
Think about the Brady Bunch. We've been thinking about the Brady Bunch, Prince. Prince hated the 70s. It was all white. Nothing but white in the 70s. Just nothing but white. Really, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like disco was.
But what about the black? What about the black exploitation movies and the soundtracks that came about? Shaft, Superfly, Shaft Goes to Africa, Cotton Comes to Harlem, the Ohio Players, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, dude. Black was all out there in the 70s. What are you talking about?
You know what? That is right. You're right. Jesus.
Okay, Prince, you're up next, dude.
Nice.
All right, YR, Prince, you guys are next now.
What's this all about, Dr. Brown?
I think that's Paul.
Your Prince trying to do a little tambourine, brother. Hello?
Hello? I'm just listening to the music that's being played right now. I believe that is paltry.
Hello?
I'm here.
Hello?
Thank you. Can you hear us?
Yo, did you know Ringo Starr just came out with a country album?
Hmm.
Like Beyonce is wearing a cowboy hat and everything.
Mm.
Beyonce. Can we get a little bit of country Ringo Starr, Paul?
Please.
I got a Ticket to Ride by the Beatles. Can you play that guitar, brother? Acoustic set for the night.
I don't remember.
Bill Brown, are you
Mm-hmm.
you wearing pants right now, brother?
Yeah, why?
Like sweatpants? Well, we have
No.
Prince here though. Prince, you okay, man?
I'm enjoying, guys.
I think it's today.
Hey now, the girl that's driving me mad is going
In a
away.
way, yeah.
She's got a
Got a
ticket to
ticket to
ride.
ride.
She's got a
She's
ticket
got
to
a ticket
ride.
to ride.
Why are you way off, dude? She don't care.
Wait, you got the bridge.
I don't know why she's so high. She gotta do right, by me. I don't know why she's riding so high. Gotta do right, by me.
Yeah, I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
Their best song ever, right?
One of their best. But then again, almost every Beatles song that came out
Well,
is
what's
their
the Beatles?
best.
If one Beatles song you had listened to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
A Day in the Life.
Actually, that's a damn good. Hey, we got to remember that's a damn good topic for a show. Like, what are pick one song from all the great bands?
Yeah. That would be good. I like that.
Whether that one, that's a good idea, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
a day.
That's hard, dude.
Hard with the Beatles, that's for sure, because they came up
God.
with so many great ones.
I mean, everyone has their favorite songs, though, right? Everyone has their you know what I'm saying? So you should hit that.
Mm-hmm.
What's your one song from Aerosmith?
I do. I like Jaded.
Please,
Well,
please. Mine would have to be Sweet Emotion.
Ooh. I like something like Mama Kin. I like shit like that. I think that'd be a good one. Or Chip Away the Stone. Chip Away.
I like November Rain by Guns N' Roses. It was always my favorite.
Ass.
No,
November Rain's a
That's
classic.
a good one.
What are you talking about? It's a classic. That's a classic song.
It is. Most definitely it is. Still played on the radio today.
Thank you, Earl.
That
Earl doesn't know what classic is. He doesn't know what classic music is. He doesn't know what real music is, real musicianship. Axl Rose and his band, they put a lot together to make that album.
Mm-hmm. Or two albums.
Yeah. That was a good song.
Mm-hmm. It is. An epic video as well.
I would play that song. I would play that song on my fucking wedding day.
I mean, that would be the one, honestly. Like, it's not a bad wedding song, and I bet people have played that song for the weddings. Paul Free, you
usually
you ever want to get into the wedding band business? You feel about that?
I mean, it's a respectable income.
Do people still hit that, like higher live bands for
dude? Oh yeah, dude.
You can't tell me, Earl, they don't play that song at a wedding. The whole November Rain song. But at
the same time, there is kind of a sad feel to it when you listen to it.
I went to a lot of weddings as a kid. I haven't gone to weddings.
Actually, the one main wedding song that, actually two of them would have to be "You Are My Lady" by Freddie Jackson, which the groom says to his bride, or the essential "Always and Forever" by the band Heatwave.
Don't want to know something weird?
A couple weddings. I had to I had to sing Ed Sheeran one time, but I did it. It was terrible, but I did it.
Heatwave was a band that Prince used to
Worship. Prince.
What band?
Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
Yeah.
I never heard worse Heat Wave.
Prince, what do you feel about that big fat lady about the lift? Basically representing you on the thumbnail. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. I need some Prince pictures to put on the thumbnail.
I'm looking
Just
up
using
Heat
these
Wave right.
random black people.
Funny.
Oh my God.
Use Bob Marley's thumbnail picture for Prince.
Oh my God.
Dr. Brown, are you
Mhm.
are you really gonna get into looking for a new guitar this year? Seriously,
I don't know yet, but right now I'm looking at. Let's see. Looking up Heat Wave, the group right now. They were formed in London, England. Had couple American members. Their known songs were Boogie Nights, The Groove Line, and the one I just mentioned, Always and Forever.
Celebration Station.
Mm.
Discovery Zone. Paul 3, what was you know what Discovery Zone was, Paul 3?
I've never heard of Discovery Zone.
Well, what were like the it was like I want to say it's like a Chuck E. Cheese because there was like they had games, but like it was more like huge ball pits and jungle gyms indoor.
T-base. That's what we had. We had all that shit here. It was like crazy jungle gyms, bro. They had laser tag, all kind of shit in there. It was called C-base. It was huge.
We got to get Dr. Brown for this tribute band. We got to get you playing, Brown. We got to get you in something.
Definitely. All right, I think that closes our show. If I'm correct.
Still another couple hours, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, because but I got things
I'm
to
free.
take
I'm
care of.
ready to go.
Prince is here. We got to get our fill with Prince. Prince, what do you feel about well, what do you feel? In about an hour, we're going to hear this fire. Actually, I kind of want to. I'd love to go. Like maybe I could do an X Spaces and you and me, and we can do this, guys. We can listen to some of this. Would you be interested in that, Paul 3 and Prince? And
Yeah.
I know
I'm down.
Brown, you got to go.
Got to
busy
take
work
care of
tomorrow,
some
but
stuff there. Yeah, get ready for work and everything else.
do a reaction show to the fire.
Spaces?
The fire. Tag Fire Raid on Twitter and go live on X Spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Prince, do you have an X account?
Yeah, I do. But I have too much beef on there. I don't know how that's going to play out.
Well, no, that you have a good following on X, so that can actually play out pretty well. I mean, I want to watch this fucking concert. It's gonna be great. Get it away now. And you have Rod Stewart. You're gonna have Stills from Crosby, Stills and Nash. For Christ's sakes.
Steven Stills.
You getting laid tonight, Earl, or are you going to work tomorrow?
I go to work tomorrow.
You getting that strange, Earl?
Dr. Brown just picked up a half a pound of some good strain, and he's gonna get some strange.
Bro, you getting laid tonight, or are you going to bed?
People don't call that
Why
weed at all. I don't know why. All three.
Earl, are you
Call
there?
I'm
Hey,
here.
you got some strain, man.
Yeah, I was saying, you getting the girls tonight, or are you going to bed?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious to know if you're going to bed.
Pussy tonight, brother.
Yeah, you sound like Jacob RP.
That's an insult. That guy's a loser.
That was
Because that's something that RP would ask, most
No,
definitely.
we don't have to know Brown with the damn drama tonight.
I'm not doing drama. I'm just throwing that in there.
Come on, man.
No, we don't mention his name no more.
We don't mention RP. He passed away in the Potomac River plane crash yesterday. So
that's right. We don't mention him or SC not without vomiting.
Damn.
SC Steve, shout out, bro.
Both of those guys perished in the Potomac River, brother.
SC Steve, shout out, bro.
Why?
Paul,
never
what the hell?
SC never did me wrong, except for one worked attempt at like making me
There
mad.
you go. He did everyone wrong at least once. So
Hear me out. Hear me out. SC is who found me and brought me into this community out of when I left Joe Cronin. So he's the one who actually would always call me and get a hold of me. So I mean, he was on Discord, like hitting me up to come in this community. So I still have to thank him for that.
Well, he's dead, so can't hear you.
Nope, I know.
What's
I know.
the Dr. Brown, real quick? What's really all y'all, including Prince? Prince, what's your opinion going back to or really anything? Paul 3, what's your any views about Prince?
I think Prince probably did the right thing in getting away from because he was getting super weird and cringy. But I think Prince could have done more with his name, and maybe he still could. But I feel like he's not living up to his full potential right now, personally.
No, with the guitarist that he played with, because Prince was a good guitarist in his own. Like people have Prince.
I've yet to hear Prince play guitar. To be honest, that's what I was waiting for.
I'm a Prince who died, bro. The real Prince.
Oh,
Prince loved hard drugs and fucking pills, and it just got the best of him, and he couldn't fucking stop getting high. He couldn't fucking stop taking it.
Guitar players of all time, like Prince alone, like he really was one of the
Prince is overrated.
It was, yeah.
Everybody goes back to that stupid ass fucking "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" fucking performance, bro. Fuck that. Didn't even touch the studio fucking solo, bro. I think it's a joke. I think it's a laugh that Prince is up there on the greatest guitar list ever. Like, fuck
he did
that.
A Super Bowl performance, bro. And it was
What?
raining, Purple Rain. It was raining at the Super Bowl. Come on, that was.
Yeah, I remember that performance. Yeah,
Super Bowl.
That was all pre-recorded. That was all pre-recorded. That was all pre-recorded and mimed.
No, not Prince. Prince would do it live though. Prince was a live guy.
When that was a live football game. What are you talking about?
You know, Super Bowl performances are always fucking pre-recorded.
They are.
It's lip syncing. Remember the Chili Peppers? They were caught with their instruments not plugged in.
I felt like Prince was playing live. I don't know. He's a live guy, bro.
Nah, they just don't change everything for Prince. Prince was a great singer.
Live halftime show where it rained was fake.
Well, let's get into the real deal here since Prince is here. And I don't know the exact words to use, but Paul 3 and Dr. Brown wants proof about your. Go ahead, Paul 3.
So we were actually interested in just wanting to know if you were bullshitting us about the potential that there's a possibility that maybe possibly that it could be perhaps that it's in the cards that maybe that your dad might not be fully deceased.
No, I thought Prince was using a whammy bar on the damn Les Paul too. Now, Dr. Brown, you were kind of wanting the proof or whatever. Dr. Brown, what's your opinion about it?
I'm not the originator of the thought. I am merely the orator.
Dr. Brown, this is really your thing. This is your baby, bro.
Yeah, I did mention that there because Prince, you came up with some bullshit in the past. Like you faked your own death. And the thing you did with Bullfrog.
I didn't do anything to Bullfrog.
You don't remember being on the YR show back in 2021?
I remember being on the YR show and having a good time and dancing and having fun with Bullfrog and having fun with Keith the Barber and everyone else. That's what I remember.
But you don't remember. But so you don't remember what you said about Bullfrog when Drew was on the call with them guys after I left.
This is to be like a
So
Senate
you're talking
confirmation
about
here.
when I stated that Bullfrog needs to lose weight, needs to stop eating, stop being a fat slob. You talking about that? That was the truth. That was me stating the truth. That was me trying to
No,
help the
what you
man.
accused them of.
No, you did but Prince, did you fake your death or whatever?
See, there you go again,
Yeah.
accusing me, accusing him. When you all know Carlos Cabral came out and said that was him.
Because,
Carlos,
are you sure? Because excuse me, Princey,
at this point, Carlos plays for guitar for Stephen Pearcy right now. So can we get
Princey, I spoke to Carlos Cabral about that subject, and he said it was your idea.
Oh, bro.
Carlos Cabral playing
And
guitar?
it's on my channel as well. I recorded that conversation.
We Carlos the Cabral or Cabral?
Why are we got to make this like a Senate confirmation hearing, bro? Did you not see that shit? You got to get to the questions, you got to get to the facts. So, Prince, can I get your rebuttal to what Earl is accusing you of, please? Thank you.
Or I'm not really accused of, but what I'm stating.
Oh, okay. Well, he's stating it as a fact, but guilty. You're innocent before charged or whatever the fuck. So, Prince, what do you have to fucking say back to that?
Well, regarding my father, yes, my father did pass. Now, the whole accusing of Bullfrog, no, I didn't ever accuse him because I didn't have beef with Bullfrog, but Carlos Cabral, from what I remember, did during that time.
We are sorry to hear your dad.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your dad passing
During that
away. I
time,
know the feeling
during that time,
myself.
I really wasn't. This is how I know. This is well. Hold on. During that time when he was feuding, when Carlos Cabral and Bullfrog were feuding together, I wasn't even on the calls anymore because I was banned from the community. So I didn't do anything to Bullfrog. The fact that you guys keep blaming me for that shit is retarded. And you guys banned me. And the only problem I had with Bullfrog is from our prior beef that I had with Sean's View. That's the only beef I had with him. And there's clips of that on Midnight Gonki's show of me arguing with both, saying who was here first. That's the only argument I had when I said I was here first, which is true. I was on Sean's View first. So don't sit here and accuse me and believe bullshit from a fat retard named Carlos Cabral.
Oh,
He plays guitar for Pearcy now, guys. So let's talk about it earlier.
all right, I'm calling Carlos. We got to get him on this call. This is just ridiculous.
We all know that dude is a psychopath. And you guys, the fact that you're gonna believe him over me, that's
he's playing round and round, bro. Like his fucking gut.
That is pretty insane that those two have similar names, bro. It's fucking crazy. I mean,
Almost similar names, Cabral, Cavazio.
And Earl, I'm surprised with you. I can't believe you just jumped down my throat like that, dude.
I didn't jump down your throat. I don't need jumping down your throat is like, why are you doing that? Screaming my head off at you. That's jumping down your throat.
Hey, I'm really surprised after me making you number one, and you just wow, Earl.
I appreciate you making me number one in the guitar list, but here's the thing.
Yeah, here you are, spitting in my face, man. Like
I didn't spit on your face. I didn't spit on your face.
Oof. You're telling me this was your idea, and I'm like, what? What the hell?
Your
Earl?
father's dead.
Like, why would Earl do this?
Because people are saying that because you faked your own death a couple years ago. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still alive.
How the hell? Do you guys see how ridiculous that sounds?
So you can't really be mad at us or anyone saying that.
When Earl, me and you already had that conversation, which is actually on your show too.
Yeah.
That I did fake my own death. That was weird calls that Foulmouth Ken had to renounce.
No, you had a lot of
Foulmouth Ken that people were saying I was dead. That's how I found out through Foulmouth Ken. And you can pick Ken on the show, and he would sit there and confirm it. Yeah, I was the one who told Prince people are going around saying he's dead.
Because I first heard about it on Sean's View.
Prince, what do you feel about the
That's what I'm
airplane?
saying. I never came out. Nothing came out from my family that I was dead. You guys heard it right there on YouTube. My family never put anything like that.
Prince, what do you feel about that airplane crashing, homie? Would you do something like that? Would you be safe? Would you ride in a helicopter, ride in an airplane, like at night? What would you?
Please. We're trying to get down to the nitty gritty. I'm trying to answer Earl's question and Paul
Alright.
3's question. Enough of the plane crash, whatever.
Paul 3, what do you think about the fake death, Prince? You think it's real?
You know, I think we all make mistakes in the past. I think Prince is a good dude,
Were you
and I
here around
believe
that, Paul 3, or no?
I
When he did
I
that?
believe him when he says that his dad's dead, and I do feel bad that your dad is dead.
Yes, my condolences as well, because remember, I lost my father back in 2021 before my own eyes.
Holy
That's
shit! Earl.
yeah, it's horrible.
Sorry,
Prince.
Sorry.
Prince, who is your father?
What does he do?
No, Prince, you always have a father in us and a friend in us and all that. So you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
That's kind of weird to say after what you just accused me of. That's kind of weird
Well.
to say.
You're the one who faked your death first. You damn prick.
Death. Those are just alleged rumors that we all discussed about that here on the show. I already explained to Earl.
You do
that
believe me now, so it's all fine. Paul 3 really feels like a big asshole.
No, I mean I was just merely trying to convey the thought. I wasn't. It wasn't my original thought. You know what I mean? It was
Prince,
just,
you know how you are sometimes and how some people are, and you know. You
Well,
gotta.
let me ask this one little question, and we'll close the door on this particular subject. With Princey, were you actually part of the Illuminati?
Yes.
That is very, very true. Yes. Yes, I was.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. And how did you get in? What was your initiation?
I got in when I was like a child model. And I was groomed. I was groomed into business. A lot of things happened that I don't want to sit here and say, but you know, you as a child, want to be actor, they do a lot of
You were groomed
grooming.
in business, like in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
No, not even. Not even.
The
I'm
acting
talking-
business.
I was like 7 or 6 years old. I got into the business.
Yo, what's up with AEW? Everyone's saying it's been great lately, like the past.
It's been ass. It's been terrible. Don't listen to them. It's been absolutely.
Paul 3? People have been saying like different people's been producing the show or something recently. That's not. It's
Nah,
the same.
you know I'm an AEW fan, and like it's absolute fucking garbage, bro. But no, Prince, it's crazy though. Prince, I need to hear. You should start like doing some content on this, bro. People would love to hear the ins and outs of all that shit. You should maybe do some content on that, bro.
I have done that.
Oh,
Nah, you got tagging, bro.
What?
Tagging, homie. See this fire aid here. Dr. Brown, you going to be staying up and watching the fire aid with us?
Where's it going to be on? Is it going to be on your X
Dr.
Space
Brown's
thing?
doing like 20 shits tonight. Come on. Thank you, folks.
Oh my goodness!
Get your ass up.
Speaking of, this is what I'm talking about, Paul.
Well,
Paul.
here we go. Well, Paul 3.
This
I
is
don't know
what
if
I'm
you
speaking of.
probably know the answer, but Prince, when are they going to do the votes for these confirmations? Tomorrow?
I'm in disbelief right now.
Dr. Brown, when are you going to wipe your ass with?
Is it?
What are you talking about?
Brown, 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 I forgive you because I know it's not you, and I know you're being thrown under the bus as a sacrificial lamb, and I know who's behind all this, because he's done this to me in the past, and he thinks he's slick, and he thinks he can throw Paul 3 under the bus, and I'm sorry, Paul 3, you have to be pulled into this crap, and I'm sorry, Earl, you have to be pulled into this crap. If you got a problem with me and you want to troll me about my dad dying, why don't you stop being a bitch and say that shit to my face?
Oh boy!
innocent
No,
people
come on, Dr.
under the
Brown.
bus because you're
No
too
one is
scared.
trolling. No
You're
one's
too
trolling.
scared. You're too much of a punk gay ass bitch to say what you have to say to my fucking face. You want to come at Prince Idol? Come at me then, buddy.
Oh boy.
No one's coming out,
You
but
think I'm stupid?
Right, you
think
said
I'm
it
stupid?
yourself. So
I know it's you trolling me, and you
Let's go
try to
back to
use
the
Paul 3. Am I lying, guys? You try to use Paul 3 and Arrow as a scapegoat because you don't have the balls to face me and ask me those questions yourself. So you try to use Paul 3 and Arrow
No.
Brown as a scapegoat.
No,
No, it was Earl's question, though. I gotta tell you, bro, I'm gonna be transparent, and I'm not gonna take any sides. It was Earl's question. He even said it was his question, and what we weren't being derogatory with it either.
We're not
That's
being
what
we're not being
Earl
condemning. We're
never,
just
Earl
ask a
never,
little
Earl
question.
never,
just want to
ever
ask a friend.
question me stuff like that. Earl never does that, so that's why I don't believe it's Earl. And I know it can't be you, Paul, because you don't really know me that well.
on the show.
Bro, he's
Back on the
telling you right now. He's telling you that that's what it was. He was just wondering, like, because of your past history with.
But
bullshit.
everyone would wonder that. It's not just a Brown thing. Everyone goes back to that past thing, Prince. So it's really
It's
on
not
you.
Well, it's. I mean,
And I guarantee
I
if you did the past thing, no one would have mentioned.
Yeah, I forgave you as
I
well,
forgive
Prince.
you.
We
I don't
all
know what the
did.
problem is, but I just feel like that thought was put in your head by someone else.
Earl, you let people put thoughts in your head.
Nope.
Well, I guess I do. I like to open my head up and like twist it and put it out, and then I like to put some thought into it, almost like I.
Let's be honest, Earl.
Dude.
You've always respected me. I always
I
respected you.
respect you. I
and
still
I
do,
never had
man.
a problem with Earl, and Earl never really came at
Why
me
you
that
get
way.
so melodramatic? The whole point was when the whole rumor, the death rumor of you originally. That's all. Like the crying wolf thing, and anyone doing that would have been questioned just as much. It's not. You can't take it personal.
All I said to Earl was, "Hey, I lost my dad," and you guys told me Val Afghanis lost his dad around this time too. That's all I said. I just gave you guys a head up. Hey, I lost my dad. It doesn't mean it's not true. It's just saying, hey, I lost my dad. That's all it was. I'm not making a big deal out of it. I don't really know the situation and what's happened to my dad.
Well,
you don't know the situation.
No, I just know he passed.
Well, his dad lives in Georgia.
They haven't told me much about it.
What?
I've asked. They haven't really, confirmed a lot of things that happened to him. I knew he was sick, but I don't know how he died.
Were you not close to him intentionally? Did something happen, or?
What he said last night, it was like it's kind of like a love-hate thing between those two.
Really? When's the last time you talked to him?
As a child, I was close, but as a grown adult, kind of strayed away from it. So that's my.
You're gonna get mad at us because we bring that shit up, Prince. That's why you don't even have a good relationship. You hate your dad. You fucking faggot.
Oh, jeez. Whoa, dude.
Nah, he called me that first. What do you mean? He just called me that.
Let's take a step back, bro. He just lost his dad, bro. My mind will probably be all over the place too. Let's just relax on all that. Prince, nobody's out to get you. Brown literally had a legitimate question. Now that we know that you're telling the truth, then that's all that is.
And now you proved that point, Prince. So much respect to you, dude. And we're not throwing you under the bus in any means. Being thrown under.
Because he's done it to me in the past, so that's why I always, know who it is. Because why are you do shit like this to me all the time?
Fuck you. No.
Fuck you too, man. You're an asshole.
Hold up. Prince.
Things and do things, Dr. Brown.
Relax.
You can be a troll sometimes, dude. You can.
Dr. Brown,
not gonna troll the great Prince.
Do I tell you?
No.
Do I tell you what underwear to, what brand underwear to get? Fruit of the Loom, not Hanes.
No, not even close. Let alone what brand of socks.
Well, 3 is that a microphone?
I literally thought. I'm sorry, Paul. I thought you was being thrown under the bus, and I thought Earl was being thrown under the bus. I just thought you guys were being.
I am sorry if you thought that from me. I would never do that.
No.
Yeah, no, we're all good, man. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like anyone would bring that up if it's an obvious. oh well, Prince faked the death before. Like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Prince, you're a part of the show, bro. We're not. You're just not somebody we're gonna bring in here and like troll and shit like that. It's not. It's not like that. So
You are part of it. This is the
What I'm
fast forward.
saying is, why has done this to me in the past? You know,
it's all
understanding
good,
he's
man.
done.
We've all had our past transgressions and shit, but you can't judge somebody on their past. You know what I mean?
You're
Yeah,
just judging me off my past. What the hell are you talking about?
Prince, you're black. You can beat my ass,
Drug
bro.
addict, fucking loser,
Come on.
piece of shit.
Prince, you're black. You can beat all of our asses, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
We know
seriously.
you.
You look better than all of us. Fuck you.
That is true. We do. It's like we bend the knee to you, but it's like it's at the fault, man. We know you're more powerful, man. Come on.
Why? Because I'm a young kid that looks like Lenny Kravitz? Fuck out of here with that shit.
No, because you're an
Fuck outta
athletic
here.
black man.
Don't
That's
start that Lenny Kravitz crap. Don't start that Lenny Kravitz shit with me.
like Brown can't really do anything. He's too tall, so he'll fall over quick, like Yao Ming, and get injured, or Shaq. Paul three, like
what?
Paul three's like kind of fat, but then he's like working out, so he's like you really don't know what to expect from Paul three, so you can't really count on him to be like super athletic. He probably can throw like a ball and stuff. Prince can definitely run, can throw a ball, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like Prince, like you could beat all of us up for real, dude. We would never. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think
Because
me
of our
and
brother.
Paul 3 would put up a good fight. I think me and Paul 3 would put up a good fight.
Dude, I'm undefeated in fights right now, so I mean, I'll fight you. I would definitely wrestle you for sure. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
a wrestling deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I know you would lose. Do you not know who my cousin is? Wrestling's in my blood. You would definitely
Yeah.
get flipped out.
Prince part of the bloodline, man, of
yep,
AEW.
I actually did wrestle, bro. I throw you in a headlock so fucking quick, you won't know it hit you.
Dr.
Nah,
Brad,
man, I got my
you dress
medalist when it comes to
I'd
wrestling.
rather
So why are I guess you and I gonna do a color commentary along with Jesse the Body sometime soon
Yeah,
when
you
this goes
Brown,
down.
you remember Kane though? You could dress up as Kane and do kids' birthdays and stuff for real, Brown.
Oh god, I gotta let my hair grow off first.
use a wig. Use a wig. Kane did. They're like Kane did at one point. He had a wig. He would
Mm.
just wet it. It was in the mask.
Ronda later years, he had a wig on attached to that mask.
He hit that right. Why did they do that? And so in the '90s, he really had long hair like that. That
He
was
did,
real.
yes. Remember, he was the fake Diesel.
Yeah, you're right.
Brown, you really could. You could. Did you see that cocaine? That indie wrestler,
But yeah,
cocaine.
they have another one.
Yes, I saw that. That's Juggalo Professional Wrestling, I guess it's called. That's ICP's organization.
Oh, that's a fucking funny character.
They have another one called Gain, and it's rainbow.
Mm.
There's a bunch of them. There's Blue Cane.
Oh, is it really like gay? Like game?
Yeah, gay, like Gain. Yeah, there's Gain, and he's rainbow colored, and he was like dancing to like some disco and shit. It was actually like really, really funny. And yeah, they have cocaine, they have blue cane. Yeah, they have all kind of the offshoots of cane.
Do you hate me, Earl? Is that what it is, Earl? Do you hate
No,
me?
no, I don't hate you. Prince,
Me and my brother.
Prince, I think it's time to let that go. You know, like let the
I don't
past go.
care. I don't care how much hate you have for me.
I
I made
don't
it
have no
official.
hate. I don't have
For
no
the
hate.
current.
Why
Prince,
you
but you can't.
whoa. We never said that we
Can't be
hated
mad at
you.
no one. Hold
Wait
on
a
a minute.
minute.
You can't be
Wait
mad
a
at no one for any father stuff. When Prince, you don't even like him or whatever. Y'all didn't have relationships. You can't be like, oh my god, like
But
come on,
still
bro.
but still he was Prince's father.
I
So
know
he has to
that about
show
now.
respect
Even
and
say
got
that
to
it
show
was father.
remorse.
I get that, but Prince, you can't be like, mad at Brown and mad at us because you can't even like that. That is worse than the death thing.
What?
Paul three, come on, man.
No, you gotta show. I'm with Brown. I'm with Brown on this one, bro. I'm with Brown because I know if my dad died, I would be absolutely fucking crushed, and I would appreciate
No,
my
really, I'm
friends.
saying I know
Yeah,
that. I'm yes, obviously saying
Hello.
Prince is mad
But
at
why am I
us.
saying
Question
there's
him
no
on that,
secret? There's no secret.
but then
Hold
he
on.
said that
Look,
he didn't have the good relationship with him anyways. So it's
I
like
didn't. I was more of a mama's boy
it's
than I
your
was
fault,
a father.
right? That was your fault. You chose not to do that, right? That's not our. We didn't tell your dad not to have a relationship. That's not on us. That's you, right?
No, it
Pretty
could
much,
be
yes.
sometimes a father as well. Sometimes there are
Quinn, dude,
fathers
Quinn.
out there that don't really do a good job at fathering, needless to say. Like there's mothers out there who don't do a good job at being a mother. So I do not know the situation that Prince had with his mom and dad. Myself there, I don't, my TARDIS is being repaired as I speak these words, so it's hard for me to go back. But I'm saying there's a lot of, it's hard to put in words, but there's kids are brought up in different environments, like, whereas the kid is just learning from the outside world rather than
Prince,
their
all you have
parents.
to, Prince, all you have to, and no one's mad at you, but no one's perfect. You're not perfect. Brown's not perfect. I'm not perfect.
I'm
We would have
far
never,
from that.
one would have never questioned this if the past of the fake death of you faking your death or whatever happened there, the rumors of it, that would have never happened if that would have never happened. That's all. And we could drop it like that. We can never bring it like Prince. Everyone's respected toward you. You're part of the show. Come on any time and everything. So it's not even like a hate thing towards you.
I don't. Okay, honestly, I'll give you my honest answer on the fake dev stuff. I don't know why that happened. All I know is I didn't start that. Honestly, um,
No, it was a
I was
rumor.
like I said, I was informed about it I was on the show. I was actually on Tony's show. I was on Tony's show, and Ken came on, and he said people were spreading rumors about that, allegedly that you were dead, and I was like, I couldn't believe that was happening, and then Earl tells me just now, but I don't remember it ever being on Sean's View. But Earl said they announced it on Sean's View. I don't remember that.
I
I
remember
just
hearing it.
remember
Well, that's
and
what he that's
talking.
what he heard on Sean's show when he was live at one point, and he was trying to get our information if this was true.
Prince, we know you have, you're part of the autism spectrum and everything. All three's,
Whoa,
found
whoa,
research.
whoa, 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 whoa! How is Prince part of the
Wait a minute.
autism spectrum?
Even hold on, time out. Hold on, Earl. Let me answer that question for you, Earl. Even if I am on the autism spectrum, why the hell would I just come out of nowhere and say I fake my death? That would be dumb.
Because
And how
that's
could I
because
fake it if
maybe
I'm
that's a
dead? I don't
confusing thing through autism that you might not, understand death and all that. I don't know. There's different levels, right, Brown? There's different
There is
areas.
little levels of autism. You know what?
All three has
I haven't.
autism. He fucking is a professional, goddamn rock and roller. He's
Yes.
real.
Yeah,
have
I have
autism.
autism myself, and I'm rock and roll guy. Tommy.
Autism is like ADD. Everyone has
You're
it.
not making any sense.
You
You
know.
made they made this whole fake death about me because during that brief period I was shunned, was I not? I was shunned by Dave Rose. I was shunned by the community, right? You guys basically threw me to the scraps for whatever reason. I don't remember why, but I do remember I was shunned by you guys because of the whole bullfrog and Carlos Brawl beef. Y'all, like I said, y'all put the blame on me,
And
and
maybe
you
that
know,
was more
I'm
of a
not community.
bullfrog thing too. Bullfrog was a big dick to a lot of us, and he was an asshole.
Yeah,
So
remember I wasn't speaking to him for a long
like
while after that one
definitely Bullfrog,
Sunday night
Prince,
show.
Bullfrog, and a lot of other people has been bigger assholes than you, Prince. I'd have to say that for sure. But Prince is pretty easygoing. Prince is pretty, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Brown, how fucking dare you question his father's death?
No, it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Well,
It's no big deal.
I apologize for that.
We all
For questioning his death. You gotta.
No,
But
no,
you see where
Earl,
we're coming from,
I'm not
Prince.
saying that to be cruel. Hold on, Earl. I'm not saying that to be cruel. It's no big deal. I don't take it as a big deal because, like I said, my relationship wasn't always good. We fought a lot as kids because I was really rebellious, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I was more of a mama's boy than I was, you know, a daddy's boy. I mean, yes, we had our
there you go,
goods, our
Pearcy.
ups and downs, but
Hmm.
mainly I reverted to my mom's side of the fence. I really wasn't a daddy's boy. I was always mama's boy.
Hmm.
That explains a lot.
That's
I
why.
was more of a
That's
dad. I
why.
was more of a
That's
dad's.
why. Video where I was really messed up. Y'all have proof. During the time of my mom's passing, Earl, you came out and said
Yes,
condolences to me, and that because
I did in the video. I get to send my condolences to you as well as the friends and family of Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Brian, are you gonna watch this Fire Aid?
Not
Well,
really. Not the artist side really intrigue me, to be honest with you. I'm not into the Chili Peppers. I'm not into Rod Stewart. I'm not into any of the acts.
Well, we do a music show. We're gonna have to watch it, man.
Okay.
Even Pearcy's playing on the side.
Highlights at least. Can you do some highlights?
No,
No.
I like.
I will not have nothing to do with the Fire Aid. I do not want to watch one highlight or nothing.
Yeah, I'm just not intrigued by it.
Come on, you're not gonna even like what if fucking I don't know, like what about the steel stuff? All three, come on.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of garbage, though, bro. I don't want to watch Jelly Roll. I don't want to watch
fuck him.
shit like that, bro. Oh, dude, I see Graham Nash is listed on here now, so it looks like Graham Nash will be there and Steven Stills, which is kind of cool. So that's like a little.
So they're gonna do some old CSN stuff there, and most
Yeah.
likely.
That's pretty cool. Okay, that kind of
guys.
That's
This is
all
gonna.
right.
Now, if Stephen Pearcy and Warren DeMartini and Carlos Cavazio were to play on that gig, then I'll definitely check it out for them.
They're going to be on the side stage selling T-shirts.
Like if we're doing a football show and Brown doesn't want to watch the Super Bowl. So come on, man.
Yeah, I don't really watch the Super Bowl to begin with. The only one I ever watched was Super Bowl 40, and that's the reason why it's because it took place in Detroit.
Listen, you're having Crosby, Stills, and Nash come back together, pretty much, or whatever, right?
Yeah, but David Crosby's no longer with us.
But that's still, bro. This is huge. Those two coming back together. Did they even tour? Like, did they? They did do something right. Didn't they do? Didn't they do? No, I'm thinking of Steely Dan or something.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
They could tour, but I don't know why they're not. I'm curious to see what Graham Nash's voice will be like after all these years, because he was always a super high harmony. So I'm pretty curious to see if he can still hit that, or if he's just like relegated to somewhere in the middle. His voice was amazing.
Fire Aid.
Yeah,
Mom,
Sting will be there. Stevie Nicks, Rod Stewart. Yeah, no doubt. Sucks. John Fogerty's listed on here. That's kind of cool.
There we go. It'll be interesting. Wouldn't it be interesting if he and the other members of CCR were to be on that stage? But we all know that's not going to happen.
Black Rose.
Too much bad blood with CCR for sure. That would never happen. I think Fogerty has his kids playing with him now, so he probably doesn't want to give that up.
Is CC DeVille still your favorite guitar player?
No, Prince is. Come on. We love you, Prince. What do you think about that, Prince? You gonna watch that Fire Aid tonight, man?
All three said CC DeVille from Poison was his favorite guitar player.
No.
All three watches.
All three would say that. All three. Why CC DeVille? Why?
I gotta say, CC DeVille is not a bad guitar player. Like, I don't shit on him. I think he is a really good guitar player, but one of the best, one of my favorites.
That was your first. That was your number 110 pick. Remember, that was your pick. You said CC DeVille.
Bro, I'm starting to think that your dad is still alive. I'm starting to think that your dad is still alive. I'm wondering about your dad now.
Why?
Because you're completely full of shit. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe your dad is actually still alive out there somewhere.
Oh, because I asked you if CC DeVille was your favorite guitar player? What?
Yeah. So now I'm not thinking your fucking deadbeat fucking piece of shit dad is no longer dead anymore. I'm starting to think that he's fucking alive and still polluting the earth. Piece of shit.
Dude, you're crazy. You're crazy. All because I asked you why CC DeVille was your pick. That is insane.
Well, CC DeVille, for the matter, did study at a music school. You know, he has done a lot of good guitar work on some of those Poison songs, and he did a good tribute to Eddie Van Halen during the stadium tour during his guitar solo spot. Keep that in mind.
That's crazy.
Hey, but you never know. Probably the most unlikely guy could be someone's favorite, either singer or bass player, keyboard player, or drummer, or backup singer. You can never tell.
Paul 3, you want to go ahead and how much are you donating to the fire aid tonight?
I'm gonna have to probably put in a donation for maybe like $16,000. I think I'm gonna put it in Music Maniacs' name and maybe try and get us some promotion out there.
Yo, because like Rod Stewart's channel on YouTube is gonna show the thing. Obviously, like YouTube's own channel on YouTube is gonna show the fire aid tonight for free.
All right, that's good.
I think it's on Netflix. Like, I don't think they're showing it on cable TV. I think it's all streaming. Is the deal here.
I think everything is streaming nowadays. I don't know if I
Which
think
they
at this
should've-
point, you know,
they
cable
should've
TV is
done-
probably dead.
Nah, they should have put this on like at 7:00 and put it on all the channels, like they did all the other ones before, 9/11 ones, all the other ones. I don't know about the 80s, but like they need to do that. They need to, like, if that was on that, you know how much money if this was on every channel, you know, all the major channels, TNT, ESPN, ABC, everything.
Yeah,
So
no,
we'll
it's not like Live 8 was in like 2006 or whatever the fuck.
2005.
Yeah, that was on every station, bro. Ugh.
I don't know. No, I don't know if it's super chats and all that part 3 where you can write something though. I think it might be just like you click the link to Salvation Army.
Yeah, it says chat is actually disabled for the stream.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. On YouTube so far it's $4,061.
What? That's all?
That's it. Once it starts, I'm sure it'll get more.
Brad, how much are you gonna donate?
I don't know if I'm going to be donating because I'm still working on paying my sister back some of the money she loaned to me for the cataract surgeries.
$1.
They turned the chat on.
Brown, what are you doing for the LA fires to help it?
Me?
I kind of feel bad for not donating, don't you? Like Paul, that's why me and Paul are doing it.
The one and Dr. O'Brien.
I just hit the chat. I was the third comment in this chat. There's going to be people starting to flood in here.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I don't have really. I'm not going to give any money to them. I don't have extra money to hand out to millionaires who lost their house. I just don't have that kind of money.
Nah, it's not going to the millionaires. It's going to that other area that was it. With regular people.
But at the same time, I cannot donate money to a state.
Prince, I really do wish that you would first of all get on the show on time. Number one. You're like an hour and a half late.
I'm here.
What were you doing, Prince? We're ready for you.
Yeah, that is true.
Prince, what were you doing? Were you at the funeral?
I'm dealing with my family. That's what I was doing.
What are you dealing with your family? You didn't deal with the motherfucker when he was alive. Why do you got to deal with his fucking corpse?
But then again, things like that you can kind of expectedly.
I didn't tell him to say that. You can't be mad at me on that.
Throw that motherfucker in the fire and turn that bitch to coal. Let's go.
Oh boy.
It's funny how you say that because I think that's what the situation might end up being.
Well, it's like real talk. It is the cheapest way. There aren't too many people that actually get buried anymore because it's really expensive.
Yes, it is. I mean, my mother was cremated, so my dad might get cremated, so we can put them in the urn together. So that might just happen. So
Share.
he'll be in the urn just like my mom, and he'll be right next to my mom. So
Oh, you're not going to share the? I thought you were going to mix the ashes.
I don't know about that.
Nah, no, you don't want to do that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
That's something.
Ain't nobody getting married nowadays, bro. It's fucking way, way expensive. Unless you already got like a plot bought and shit. Nah, you're getting burned. Earl, how do you want to be buried? Do you want to like go out to sea? Do you want to be put in space? There's actually ways that they're turning people into trees now. How would you like to be
How are
buried?
they able to turn? I don't know. I don't really think about that. If I'm so busy focused on living life to the full max.
Nah, but Brian, you do love the goth, dark stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And what is that? Are you
What do you
implicating
mean?
that
What does
the
it mean? What, you like black? You like black clothes? You like the darkness? You like the golf clubs and golf clubs? You like the whole goth thing? That's the devil. That's Satan, man.
No. There are some out there who do wear a little bit of stuff, who wear that kind of stuff, but that's going overboard, in my opinion. There are Christian goths out there.
What?
There are. I know
What?
a few. I know a few back in Michigan. I have friends on Facebook with them. One who lives in Texas, actually.
I've never heard of a Christian goth.
Yeah, though this friend of mine, I won't say her name, but we'll call her by
Goths?
initials, JS. She was against
Goth?
Hillary. She spoke out.
Oh,
In fact, there was
Marilyn
this
Manson
young
is
lady.
a goth. Marilyn Manson was a devil worshiper. That's devil worshiper music, goths or devil worship. All three. What's your opinion on that? Like the goth thing, devil worshiping, is that real or no?
I mean, yeah, they're pretty. It's pretty evil. But hey, you know what? The concert's actually starting right now. Check it out.
Yeah, let's put this on.
What?
Oh my God.
And who's playing?
What's that?
Who's playing right
So
now?
what do we do?
I don't know yet. It's
What,
still
what do we?
black.
Hmm.
Check it out. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds like something I may have heard years ago when I was a kid.
All right, we'll turn it up more. Here we go.
Oh, that's silly. Is that Stills playing?
Hold on. Might go to some video now. Oh, nope. Actually, guys, I think that's just canned music until it actually starts at 10, but they started the live stream. That's what it was. I thought
Hmm.
it might have been thought they might have faded to like a live performance or something. We still got 9 minutes before the
I
actual show.
wonder if that's all gonna be. I wonder if those are all live performances or those already recorded.
And I'm sure pretty much these acts will be live 100%.
Live, right? Yeah, because
Yes,
it's at the ticketed event. You can go
yes.
watch it.
And it's a benefit event just as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be live.
Prince, are you okay, man?
Prince is very offended.
We talking about?
A benefit concert for wildfire relief. This is the first. Never been a concert for wildfires, I don't think, like this.
And it's only one, right? Like there's only been one Live Aid. There's only been one, right? Not every year. Remember,
I've
George Bush
seen
doesn't like black people with Kanye West. Like that was that was a benefit. I think for 9/11 or something. That was like a telethon.
I don't even remember that, bro. I just remember like the 9/11 concert.
I do remember as well. I remember the Who performed there a year before Entwistle died.
Billy Joel was
Yep.
there. New York State of Mind, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he do Miami 2017 or whatever the fuck it is? 2027? What year is that? I forget that song.
Dr. Brown, will you be
Which
going
one?
in?
Which one? Empire State of Mind.
No, Miami. It's called Miami 20. Is it 2027? I seen the lights go out on Broadway. Saw the Empire State laid low. You know that song? Yeah, he played
Lyrics kind of like lyrics.
that.
I think I remember some of those lyrics.
Yeah, it's Miami 2017 by Billy Joel. That is an
Ah,
amazing song.
all right.
Check that out. He performed that one there. I'm pretty sure at the 9/11 concert.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think
Judas performing.
Another couple hours, Brown.
Let's go. 2 more hours. Let's go.
Judas Priest performing.
no, I'm done for the night. I guess this is where we end the show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. And don't forget, I'll be live tomorrow evening at 11 p.m. Eastern with a new Power Dub set streaming live here on my channel. And thank you, Prince, for jumping on board. Thank you, Paul 3, and thank you to YR just as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button and notification bell, and we'll all be back next week. Same time, same bat station. And what will be the topic for this coming episode for next week, Paul? You came with that one essential song from that one band.
If you had to pick one song from, I don't know, we'll get a list of bands and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna each pick one
Pronto,
song.
I'm for that. Let's definitely do that, folks.
That's a good one. I like that a lot.
All right,
that
there.
was YR's idea. I don't want to take it. That was a really good idea.
But it was a good idea as well there. All right, there. On behalf of myself.
Well, thank you, Dr. Brother.
All right, thank you.
Paul Prince, you have an X Spaces?
Yeah, I can hop on.
All right, there.
Prince, are you hopping on?
Gonna be there? Prince, are you okay?
I don't know, man.
Well, hit that with us. Go on. Well, can you create a new X?
Create a new X for what? Just
you join in on the call with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an X Spaces live podcast on X.
All right, then. All right, I'll see you guys. See you next week. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.
Like fucking 3 kids to feed tonight. Brown, come on, man.
No, I'm done for the night. I'm getting tired. Want to get things ready for work and everything else.